man. Fighter of the night, man. All right, we live? Let's make sure we live real quick. Welcome, y'all. Another game week is right upon us. Another early deadline and a long game week. I don't know if we have a Monday game, but I don't know if we're live just yet. I never know. Always be the technical question. She needs a golden calculator. Okay, we are live. Sweet. And I gotta turn that down. Sweet. All right. Technical difficulties aside, almost started on time. We running it today. What's up, Kobe? Glad you're here, man. Good to see you. Has way too loud of a water bottle today. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Ton of stuff to talk about today. What's up, everybody? Minames, I hope I said that right. Everybody, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. There's a lot to talk about this week. There's a lot of... I feel like next week is going to be a ton of change to the template. A lot of teams are sticking with the traditional kind of the front line with Kane, Calvert-Lewin, having Son, Salah, Hamas. In the next couple weeks, man, I feel like it's going to change big. So I don't know if it's time to... Well, yeah, it's time to start planning our moves these next couple weeks. What's up, Alex? What's up, D Production? Thanks, everyone, for showing up. Yeah, what's up, everybody? How's your week been? It's been a wild one here for me, but... Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a great week and ready for a great weekend. What transfers have you guys made so far? For me, I haven't made any. I know I talked about it on my team selection video, and I've actually stuck to it so far. No transfers for me. Hoping to roll a transfer. Having 2 free transfers next week because I got. Oh, I hate when I touch this. Let's see. There we go. Because there's a lot to happen in game week 9. A ton of fixtures are switching. Excuse me, and yeah. Just do this real quick. Ton of stuff to talk about. So right now, as you can see, I put my captaincy on Kane. There's a lot of decision on what I should do on Kane versus Son. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of differential captains this week. I feel like probably 80%, 90% of FPL are going to be captaining some Spurs player. But I ended up going with Harry Kane. I guess I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's see. D Production says, one of the topics are for sure James Rodriguez. That is, yeah, 100%. If he's going to play or not. Should we keep him on the bench or risk that he might play only a few minutes? That's tough. I was hoping that I could wake up this morning to some James Rodriguez news and know exactly what I wanted to do, but we haven't heard anything. I don't know if there's been anything leaked, nothing talked about at all about James Rodriguez in Ancelotti's camp, so I honestly have no idea what to do. I've kind of planned on what I would, if he doesn't play. That's tough because he does have a 2-week international break. So if he is hurt for this one game week, do I just hold him for one more game week? Because after United, he has 3 incredible fixtures. That's probably what I'll end up doing if he is out this game week. But Friday morning is going to be big for us holding James Rodriguez. Because the hard part too is I was trying to look at replacements for James, and with Pulisic being injured right now, we're not sure if he's going to play. They said it was a minor hamstring thing, and so. I'd reckon that he does play this weekend, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. So if not Pulisic, there's no one else in that price range I like. I don't want Zaha. I know Zaha's a good option, but I don't want Zaha. I don't know. It's tough. So for me right now, I'm probably going to start him anyway and risk the fact that he might only get a couple of minutes. My bench player that I would have coming in for him would be Kilman playing against Leicester. As long as Jamie Vardy's on that squad, even though Wolverhampton have a really good defense, Jamie Vardy is so good. D Production says, I feel like he played injured last week and maybe Ancelotti will keep him on the bench as he wasn't that good with the injury, but who knows? Yeah, I don't know. It's a huge game against United. I mean, United are in 15th place, and I don't expect them to come out lackadaisical in this match. I feel like it's a huge wake-up call they had yesterday as well, but you never know. So... It's all speculation for me on what's going to happen with James. I'm really waiting to see what tomorrow's news brings. But as of right now, I feel like holding on to him is probably my plan of action. But yeah, again, I just don't know if there's any replacement I would like for him at this moment. I don't know. If he's out for a week, if he's out this game week, he has 2 weeks of international break that I would like him. I mean, I feel like he'd be recovered after that and 3 incredible fixtures. After that, though, if he's out longer than that, he's got to go for me. Let's see, behind on comments already. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we could. I feel like we're going to talk about that more and more as the stream goes on. Alex, a bigger robbery: Chelsea, Barcelona, 09 or Trump Biden? I was waiting for the Trump Biden and when that was going to come into the stream, and I told myself I was just going to blow by it. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's madness. What's happening here in the States right now? Bigger robbery, yeah. Go Barca, man. Always go Barca. Hey, Sean, I've done Click to Ward-Prowse and Castagna to Cresswell. Thoughts? I really like Cresswell a lot. I think Cresswell is an incredible option, especially if they play that 4-man back line and he's out wide. But I think Cresswell's great. He has a great run of fixtures. The defense is surprisingly good. And he's having I think he's averaging like 2.5 attempted assists per match of the last few. And so I really like that switch, especially because Castagna is out right now. I'm not the biggest Click fan. I know he's pretty much... His only points that I see he's going to get are going to be penalties from what I have seen. So I like the switch to Ward-Prowse. I really like that move. Kobe. Fornals is a good replacement for Hamas. Yeah, I could do that. I don't know. I feel like I really want to get De Bruyne in this next 2 or 3 game weeks. And so I could drop Hamas down a little bit and save some cash to upgrade Son. I don't know. There's so many options. I guess let me look at the list real quick of people in his price range, because Havertz has COVID right now, and so he's out. Pulisic is hurt-ish, and there's potentially, if you could see his list, you got Havertz, and then you have Son, but Son's such a huge upgrade. That would be $2 million upgrade from James Rodriguez for me, or to bring in Bale. And I don't like his fixtures here in the next couple weeks. Havertz is out with COVID. Pulisic is hurt. Then you got Mahrez, and Mahrez is too much of a rotation risk for me to bring in. As much as I love him, I think he's a phenomenal player. Just too much of a rotation risk for me personally. Of course, any week he can get double digit and go haul. But Ziyech, I could go Ziyech. But then, yeah, Willian I don't like. Pogba, not for FPL. Pepe, no. Dele Alli, no. So Zaha, maybe. Greenwood's not really doing much for me right now, although his fixtures do flip. It's tough, man. It's tough to find a replacement for him that I like at this moment. And I'm way behind on comments. Let's see. My team's almost completely different. I took out Podence after him scoring. I'm not against that. I like Podence, though. I like him as a player a lot. Where are we at? Podence for Ziyech and Robbo for Zuma. So Podence and Robbo you took out for Ziyech and Zuma. I mean, was it hard to get rid of Robbo? Asking for a friend here. I kind of want to get rid of Robbo, but I feel like he's been so quality for 2 years. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that'll be another discussion for a little bit. I like Zuma a lot. Zuma's been, I think he has 3 goals so far this season. He's on a defensive unit that's looking really good. He's nailed on. He's playing Sheffield at home this week. If there's a great opportunity for a clean sheet, it's going to come with Chelsea. Of course, you never know. Sheffield could score 3 goals, and that's FPL for you. And Podence for Ziyech, I think that's a good upgrade. Ziyech is more likely to return than Podence is, in my opinion, but I think that's a good switch. FPL time again. What's up, Matthew? My camera went out already. Liverpool, Chelsea, and City won with clean sheets in the Champions League. Liverpool playing City, and Reece James is my only Chelsea player versus Sheffield. Crazy weekend coming. Yeah, I think Liverpool have had like 3 clean sheets in a row in the Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to double check that, but I thought I'd turn my camera back on. Yeah, I did. Cool. Yeah. The Premier League's been so wild these past 8 game weeks that we've had so far, 7 game weeks that we've had. I mean, if Sheffield come out and just beat Chelsea 3-0, I would just chalk it up to 2020 and say that's what it is. But I hope not. As a Chilwell owner, I definitely hope not. Let's see. Antonio says Zuma in for Lamptey or Ziyech for Zaha. I don't know. Do you have any other fires on your squad? I feel like that's the first question I always ask, because there may be something bigger that you're missing, maybe. But I like Zuma in a lot, but I also like Lamptey. Lamptey playing against Burnley. Burnley having a hard time scoring, and Burnley's main threat is in the air, and Brighton are pretty big in the air. I was gonna say in the back, but let's see. I don't know. I like Lamptey, but I also like Zuma. Is there any other defender you could bring in for Zuma, or you could have Zuma swap for? Ziyech for Zaha. Again, this is going to be more of what you feel is best. I hate saying that, but because all 4 of those players I really like. I like Ziyech a lot. Zaha's a good player. Zuma and Lamptey, they're all good players. It's just going to come down to what you feel and what you think is best. I know that's lame for me to say, but I like them all. Triple captain looking like Kane. Oh yeah, that's right. Alex has hit his triple captaincy chip, so he's got his triple captain going this weekend, and he's not sure on who's going to go, if he's going to go for Kane or if he's going to go for Son. Looks like he looks like he's going to go Kane. I'd rather put it on Son, but too scared as Kane seems the safer bet. Yeah, it's tough. I've watched so much film on West Brom this weekend to try to decide who I'm gonna captain, Kane or Son, until I realized like how much could you know. I was listening to the FPL Wires podcast, and they had the guy who scored the second most captaincy points in all of FPL last season. They had him talk about what he does for his captaincy picks, how he chooses it. And he said his biggest thing that he does when choosing a captain is he likes to predict what the game is. Not so much. Of course, he likes fixtures. I think he said fixtures was important to him. Form was important to him as well, but more fixtures. And again, he likes to predict what's going to happen. And so I try to do that with watching West Brom film, trying to see if how their team stacked defensively. And they gave up a lot of goals to strikers. I think DCL had 3 against them. Jamie Vardy had 2 penalties against them. Tammy Abraham scored a goal. They've given up a lot of goals to strikers. Just left wings, not as much, but the teams that play in like a 4-3-3 kind of style, their left wing, like Richarlison, who else was it? Werner, because he was on the left side at that time. I forgot who else played. Harvey Barnes. They all combined for like 5 shots a game, all between them for the left side. And so although the left side hasn't been scoring too many goals, they're getting a ton of shots off. I think about 5 shots per game against big teams, I don't want to say top 6 squads, but really good squads. And West Brom, there are times where they just get so opened up, I expect the counter to happen. I know I'm talking a lot. It's going to be a 50-50 call. What I'm trying to say is I think Son has a good opportunity to have a counterattack. I think he'll probably get like 5 shots off this game in Son. The question is going to be, is Kane going to outscore him? And at the end of the day, you flip a coin. In my opinion. Yeah, politics is too crazy. I hope it stays safe in America, whatever happens either way. Seriously. If it ever happens, it might be like 2 months before we find out. Matthew says, Harry scored first goal tonight. Wish I could get him in. He scored tonight? Let me check the scores real quick. Give me 1 sec as I figure it out. Needs a golden calculator to divide. Where's my Europa run here? Time it takes to look inside and realize. I'm trying to find Europa League. I'm trying to see what the score is. How do you score? Do you know? There it is, Europa. And Tottenham are up 2-0. Harry Kane and Lucas Moura. Harry Kane getting off, man. Scoring already. How do you score? Drops off his defender and rises highest to get onto the end of a Lucas corner. Heads the ball back across goal. So he scored off a corner. Harry Kane, man. Dude's incredible right now. That's my captaincy pick, man. Let's see where we at. First goal tonight. You can't get him in? I mean, it's hard. I feel like at this point, if you don't have Harry Kane, I don't know. I'm going to stay off that one. Yo, what's up, CT Vids? Welcome, man. Welcome back. Yeah, life's good for me. I mean, I'm just kind of waiting till school starts. I think it starts in like 2 months from next week. And so I'm kind of just playing the waiting game right now, watching a ton of football, both American and European football. And just, doing these streams. But yeah, life's good. How are you doing? How's life been for you? Let's see. Alex says, Robbo done well for me, but I prefer Ziyech. I think the next few games, Chelsea will get more clean sheets and Robbo maybe not get the assist. It's tough. I think I talked about this in my team selection video. Robertson and Trent are still going to have weeks where they get assists, and they're still going to have a couple weeks here in the season where they're going to come away with a goal. And of course, they'll have clean sheets here and there. But I think it's going to be, the clean sheets are disappearing without Van Dijk there. I know Fabinho's going to come back in the next couple weeks or so. But even then, I don't like Fabinho as a center half. So for that 7.1 price tag, I just don't know if it's worth holding on to Robbo for assist purposes. Right now, I'm thinking about either switching Robbo to Bellerin or switching Robbo to Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo, I heard on the FPL Wire podcast again that they had that Joao Cancelo created the most shots on, or created the most opportunities for Man City against Sheffield in the first half than any City defender has since 2012. Something crazy like that. As far as the eye test, Cancelo passes it. He's averaging like 3 attempted assists per match right now. Of course, the question is rotation. Is he going to get rotated? That City defense looks incredible right now. Their expected goals are really low. Off to work. Very stealth-like. Yeah, their expected goals against are really low at City. And so I want that City defender. And if you look at their fixtures, I don't have anyone on their squad. Let's look at their fixtures real quick. I mean, I would like to go Diaz, but I don't have the funds to go to switch, because I want to switch out Robbo to Cancelo and then Son to De Bruyne. But I don't have the fun. What's up? De Bruyne. Yeah, my brother's Dutch, so. Anyway, De Bruyne. Let's see where we at. We're going to City assets. Yeah. De Bruyne. Level 5. His fixtures. Yeah, look at that. Come game week 10, man. He's got a ton of opportunities. I think having a City defender in that is going to be, I don't know to say crucial, but it'll help out a lot. And their ownership is low right now, so it has a good chance for me to get a green arrow. Again, I would like Diaz because he's more nailed on, but Cancelo has an opportunity to get attacking returns and a lot of clean sheets in that time. It's just a question of, is he going to start consistently? If not, then I'll go save a little money, go Bellerin if they look good again this week. Switch out Bamford for Antonio when he's healthy and Son for KDB. And that's what I'll do. Anyway. Matthew, Moura scored the second goal. I like Lucas Moura. I think I saw too that his FIFA rating for like the last 5 years, I don't know about this year, but the last 5 years he's been like an 82 every year. Dude is consistent as it gets. As far as FIFA cards go. That real guys go for real down. 2 Mars girls, yeah. Shout out, I was listening to Roses this morning for sure. Outkast again. Outkast is my favorite rap group of all time. Wu-Tang is second, but Outkast is number 1, no question. I'm good, bro, but exams are tough, says CT Vids. Yeah, you're taking a lot right now, aren't you? You have like, I think last time I asked you were taking, it almost seemed like you had like 2 majors and a minor. But seriously, exams are rough, man. I hope you're doing well in them. I know they're tough, but yeah, man, they pay off if you do well. Kobe says, I'm thinking about getting Fornals. What you think? Let me get some Fornals. Let me see what his stats are like. I don't like the screen on this stream, but he's getting off 1.8 shots per game. I don't like the screen. Let me go to the other one. Let me see. I mean, their schedule gets good here in a little bit. Let me see. I haven't done enough research on them, so I'm going to have to do it right here. Where are we at? Bring him out. Yeah, so he's averaging about 2 shots per game. Attempted assists. My camera! Attempted assists, he's not getting the most attempted assists, so as far as those underlying stats, it's tough, but he's got Fulham up next. His run of fixtures to like game week 21 are really good. I know a lot of people are talking about maybe going Fornals, maybe even going with Bowen. I personally like Bowen more as a player. I don't know about FPL asset, but I like Bowen. I think a lot of people are going to jump on the West Ham train because, again, their fixtures look really good, and there's some really decent options for their prices. You got Cresswell, Kufal if he's nailed on. You got Antonio. You can go Fornals, Bowen. A lot of people have Susek, so I question. Yeah, there's a lot of good options for West Ham. Where are we at? But I don't know. I haven't done enough research on Fornals to really give you the best opinion on that. But as far as just those quick underlying stats and the eye test, I think it's a decent shout. At 6'4", I don't think you could do, unless you wanted to roll the dice and go for Diogo Jota and hope that he can get some good playing time here in the future. I think that 6.4, I don't know if there's much better, especially with the fixtures he has. Where were we at? I was interested in Fornals before he scored against us. Yeah, man. Ain't that the truth, man? Anyway, Archie, so I triple captain Harry Kane this week. That's tough. I mean, you're having a really hot Tottenham Hotspurs team, although they did look. I mean, offensively, attacking wise, they didn't look as good against Brighton as they have as the whole season. Even against Burnley, I wouldn't say they looked that good. So they've had a little bit of a falling off, Tottenham. But I like Brighton's defense. I think they're a bit underrated, and same with Burnley's. Burnley have like the least amount of expected goals against in the season so far, and so I was expecting it to go down a little bit. But this West Brom squad is struggling right now, to say the least. And I think Harry Kane. I mean, it's 2020, so anything can happen. But if Harry Kane scores 2 goals this weekend, I don't think anyone would be surprised. I think if he didn't get an attacking return, people would be shocked. So if there's any week that somebody has a great opportunity to get a attacking return, it would be this week for Harry Kane. The question is, do you want to use it now? Do you want to wait till double game weeks happen? For me, I'm a chicken, so I like to wait as long as possible and be forced to use my triple captaincy chip. But again, this week is looking very tempting to triple captain. Very tempting. I don't think it's a bad shout at all. Let's see. Grealish out for Zaha. I don't know. Grealish looks good. I mean, Grealish plays Arsenal this week. I don't expect him to get an attacking return against that really tough defense. But if you look at his fixtures for the next, 7 game weeks, Brighton, West Ham, Newcastle, Wolverhampton, Burnley, West Brom, Crystal Palace. So although those are pretty good defenses, I feel like those are great opportunities for Grealish to score. And you know what's crazy? Look at Grealish's. I'm gonna bring up his heat map for last match. Give me one sec. Back to full screen. Yeah, give me one sec. It was Saturday, right? I think it was Saturday. Nope, it was Sunday. November 1st, the homie's birthday. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to bring up Jack Grealish's heat map real quick. I thought it was wild. Needs a golden calculator. Look at that. Does that show well? His a majority of his touches came in the box. Can you see that? That's incredible. As far as switching Grealish to Zaha, I mean that's gonna have to be your decision. Again, I hate saying that, but because I know it's lame, but I like Jack Grealish more than Zaha, and so I would rather keep Grealish, but Zaha's a great player, and he's got a really good fixture run himself for the next 5 game weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's just going to come down to who do you prefer. For me, I would probably say Grealish. And again, if you have other fires you need to put out or other players you want to look to bring in, I would go there. But again, I hate saying it's your call, but because I feel like that's a cop-out from my end. But personally, I like Grealish more. I'll say that. Where are we at? I put Fornals in for Zaha. Wait a minute. Did you just say you were trying to get out of Zaha? He said I don't think Grealish should perform good against Arsenal anyway. After Arsenal beat Man U. I really like Arsenal's defense right now. They're looking incredible. I really want to get into that defense somehow. For me, I want to bring in Bellerin, like I said, but it depends on if they're going to go 3 in the back or 4 in the back. Because if Bellerin's playing as a right wing back, he's going to get some good opportunities for attacking returns as well. If not, I feel like he's going to be, because I like to play from the back, so I don't know if he'll get as forward. That's my hunch, so I'm kind of waiting on that. But again, I don't expect Grealish to score or get any attacking returns against Arsenal. This is more of a wait till next week kind of a thing for him. I actually have quite a few players this week that have a tough schedule, so I'm not expecting too much from them. If they score, I'd be pumped, but that Arsenal defense is looking really good, man. Where we at, comment-wise? Should I triple cap? Oh, yeah, I got to that one. Yeah, Archie, I don't know. I feel like triple captaining Kane, you could do a lot worse this week, or a lot worse with triple captaincy chip. West Brom, man, that looks so tempting. So tempting to triple captain. Salah 3 goals in the last 7 against City. Kane 4 goals in the last 5 against West Brom. Scored a hattie against them. And don't think Son's ever scored against West Brom. Alex also said West Brom has been outside the league, so not as much recent history. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Son's away form, you could make an argument that Son's scoring like 17 points per match right now away from home. But it's such a small sample size again. But it's tough, man. I think Son only had like one shot on goal or one shot last week. Let me look at that real quick. That ain't Son. That's Son. Yeah. So outside when he scored 4 goals, he's pretty much averaging about 2 shots per game right now, which is lower than I expected. That's quite low. His attempted assists are pretty high, but he had 1 shot last week against Brighton. I don't know if you guys can see that. He had 1 shot last week against Brighton, 2 against Burnley, 2 against West Ham, 2 against United, 2 against Newcastle. So a little lower than I expected. His goal conversion rate is outstanding right now this season. And I mean, he's pretty much scoring everything. He's got the Midas touch right now. He's got the Drake touch. Everything he touches turns gold, man. But for me, I think Kane's just the better option personally. But if Son outscores Harry Kane, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they have a great opportunity to get a clean sheet as well, so that's a clean sheet point there. Obviously, if he scores, he gets an extra point. I actually wouldn't be surprised if a defender from Tottenham scores this weekend. I was doing some research, and a lot of defenders have scored against West Brom, especially right backs. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham defender comes away with the most points this weekend out of that West Brom match. No, where at? I don't think Grealish. Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, but Arsenal had a pen. Yeah, that's how Aubameyang scored. Right, he came away with the penalty. Alex, I'd wait for the double game week. Archie, I'd hit the triple captain on a. I'd hit the triple captain on an F. Oh, yeah, Alex hit the triple captaincy chip on an F it moment. That's how I did my wild card. I just said F it, man. You never know, it might pay off. I'd be super nervous. I'm always nervous though, especially with my captaincy pick. Their game is Sunday morning at 4 a.m. Oh man, do I wake up at 4 a.m. to watch that match? If it's on Peacock, which is a streaming service, and I can't record it, I would have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch that, and I probably will. Man, that's rough. Oh man, yeah. I personally like double game weeks a lot, especially because we know that Manchester already has a double game week in their bank right now, and so, KDB double or triple captaincy chip in that double game week is looking very, very tempting already. Personally, where are we at? Whoop whoop! That's the sound of the police. Where are we at? Fornals or Bowen? I mean, as an eye test, as like a non-FPL, I like Bowen better. But FPL wise, maybe Fornals is the way to go. I missed your first comment. How's it going? It's going really well, man. Life is beautiful. Do I take a -4 to take Bowen in for Mendy? Mendy's not going to do much. Maybe Bowen does. A -4 is tough because I don't know if Bowen will. I don't know if Bowen will actually score this weekend, but I don't think Mendy is going to do anything either. So I would go for it. I would just say take the -4. Me personally, again, I really like taking -4s. Does it always pay off? No, of course not. But I don't know. That's tough. Oh, Mendy, sorry. Am I thinking the wrong Mendy? I'm thinking the wrong Mendy, huh? Anyway. Mendy, 6 games for Chelsea. 5 clean sheets, 1 goal conceded. My camera! Where we at? I had to scroll down. Where we at? Mendy, 6 games for Chelsea, 5 clean sheets, 1 goal conceded. That's crazy, man. What an impact. What an impact Mendy is having for Chelsea right now. He is just... This Chelsea defense, shout out Thiago Silva with it one time too, because Thiago Silva's played really well and really strengthened that defense. Of course, Zuma's done well as well. But, man, they're really clicking defensively right now. Chelsea are really turning around. And Mendy, 6 games, 1 goal conceded. That's crazy. I'm thinking about Gabriel for Saiss. I think that's a good shout. Gabriel is nailed on for the Arsenal squad. Arsenal look incredible defensively. I think so. I was talking to my buddy who's a big Arsenal fan himself, and he was saying we were kind of debating who to bring in for Arsenal's defense, and he kind of said he would rather go for Gabriel, but now I got Gabrielle Union on the brain, or Gabrielle from High School Musical. Shout out Vanessa Hudgens one time, man. I know she's watching this stream for sure. Start Saiss or bring in Chilwell. Oh, bringing in a defender for -4 is tough, man. -4 is tough. Who's your first bench player? I think that's what all is going to depend on. If you don't have a defender who can come in for Saiss, I would say take that -4. But again, for that -4 to work, you would have to have Saiss not get a clean sheet, play not get a clean sheet, and Chilwell to get a clean sheet. You know what I mean? So, but end of the yeah, I would say it. Bring in Chilwell -4. He's playing Sheffield at home, has an opportunity to get attacking returns. This Chelsea defense is really good, and Saiss it's time for him to go. And if he was on my squad, I think he would be gone. I don't know if he's lost the starting job yet. I don't know if that's an actual thing, or I don't know if he's actually lost the starting gig. But it would be too much of a headache for me to keep in that, and their run of fixtures gets really tough. So I'd personally move on from that 5.3 Saiss, and Chilwell's a great option. Kobe says, I'm thinking about making another transfer. Who should I transfer out? Mendy, I like Chilwell, I like Zuma, I like Cresswell, Bruno, Ward-Prowse, Son, Grealish, Kane, DCL, Bamford. Jeez. Benches Martinez, Hamas, Saiss, and Kilman. Whoa. That is an incredibly stacked squad. Jeez. I like Ward-Prowse, you're starting him over Hamas, I'm seeing. Yeah, Martinez on your bench. I mean, for me, I think if you had an extra transfer an extra transfer you wanted to kill, and I feel like Mendy might be, unless you wanted to do the whole switch, pick the best time, I don't know how their schedules line up with Aston Villa and Chelsea. If you wanted to do that, I personally might say get rid of Martinez. Because I like Mendy a lot, and that could save you some funds later on in the future. Get rid of Saiss, that could save you some money in the future. Yeah, I'd probably say if you wanted to get rid of, I'd say drop Saiss down to someone just so you can have money for the next couple weeks. Because if if City start clicking, if United start clicking, you're going to want to make some moves to get them in, and they're not cheap for the most part. So I'd probably say do that and kind of save some cash for the future. Where are we at? CT Viz, welcome back, man. Just skip to the bottom for me for a sec. Your defense is solid, period. For me, my defense, I talked about this in my video. I feel like when FPL got released, I feel like I call it my skipping leg day, because I just try to stick 4.5 million pound defenders in there and like Trent Alexander-Arnold, and that would just give me, I don't want to say it would guarantee me 2 points, but I'm pretty much getting 2 points from every 4.5 mil pound defender week in and week out. Of course, there are a couple weeks I'll get an assist, maybe a clean sheet here and there, but I really decided to bolster my defense and really hit leg day and put in a lot more effort into it, and so I like it right now. I think I have a good defense. Thank you. If you're talking to me, unless you're talking to Kobe, and I think Kobe has a solid team, period. Hey, welcome back. It's been a long time. I used to be named as Raymond, right? Not Raymond, by the way. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while, man. How's life been? If you're asking me where I live in California, Southern California, born and raised. I don't think I can. I was literally just having this conversation the other day that even though I was born and raised here and I love Southern California more than any other place I've ever lived in my life, it's just so expensive, man. So expensive here. I don't know if I could afford to live here in the future. I did all. I don't want to get into it too much, but I did all the calculations of how much I would have to make and how much goes to rent, utilities, insurance, all that stuff. And so for now I live in Southern California. Let's see what the future brings me. But yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you back. I hope you're all right. My defense is Masuaku, Robertson, and Chilwell. I like Chilwell a lot. Obviously, I have him in my squad. I think he's an incredible player. Young player who's getting better and better. Robbo's on the chopping block for me, but only because I think I could do well with that extra 2 mil I could save from dropping him to like a Joao Cancelo, a Bellerin, something like that. That's the only reason why he's on my chopping block. Masuaku, I think, is a good pick too, man. I think your defense is pretty good itself. Really good, honestly. Are you using triple captaincy this week? I'm not going to use my triple captain this week. Alex, if he's Alex is here. Alex is using his triple captaincy chip this week. I'm just too big of a chicken to use it. I'm just scared, man. Every time I think about using it, I start sweating, you know what I mean? And so I don't think I'll do it until either a double game week, or maybe if I get in like my mini league playoff. Because I think I said this before, in my mini league, it's a bunch of us high school teammates, and it's our way to kind of keep in touch. And so more than that is bragging rights. So I'd almost rather win that than have a good overall ranking, just so I can have some bragging rights. And I might say my triple captaincy chip for the playoffs we have there. Will Fernals or Bowen score for West Ham? Who knows, man? Who knows? If you're asking me which one of those two, I'd probably say Bowen. Again, I like him better as a player, but who knows? Honestly, who knows? I think they're both good options. What do you think of Martial? I took a -4 for Ings to him. Martial hasn't done enough for me this season. I know he was obviously had that suspension, got that red card, and he was out for quite some time. But even before that, he was only averaging like one shot. Let me check it out real quick. Because I think he was only averaging one shot. He had like 2 weeks where he had 0 shots, I believe. Or at least 1 week he had that. United are struggling right now. And I don't know if they're going to have Martial on the wing, if they want to give Cavani some more time up top. Yeah, look at that. He had 1 shot against Crystal Palace, 1 shot against Brighton, and none against Tottenham when he only played 27 minutes. So, he just hasn't looked that good for me, Martial. It'd be hard for me to bring him in. I know it's an easy replacement for Ings. It's about the same amount of money. And United's fixtures do take a huge swing. I guess I'll look that up real quick. I want to look at their fixtures real quick. So for me, it would be fixtures more than anything. And if Martial does score and they start clicking, they're going to really... their price is going to go up and everyone's going to want them. You got Everton, West Brom. Obviously, okay, so West Brom's a great option. Southampton, West Ham, City, Sheffield. So a decent run of fixtures for the next while. I just don't trust him. That's my thing. But again, it's still Martial. He could score. I mean, last season you saw him get hot and he scored like 7 goals after the return, something like that, off the top of my head. But for me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Martial. I think if I was going to get any United player, it would be Bruno and Bruno only at the moment. But I mean, yeah, it's tough. I'm not the biggest Martial fan, and I hope he proves me wrong. Let's see. Opinion on double Chelsea defenders, Zuma and Chelsea, or get Cresswell. I think for this week, it's double Chelsea defenders are incredible. Alex said it. Since Mendy's came into the squad, with him starting, they've had 6 games and 1 goal conceded, according to Alex. They have Sheffield this week, Newcastle the next week, so 2 good fixtures in a row for them. Tottenham, which is tough. Then they got Leeds, Everton, Wolverhampton. So for the most part, they have a decent run of fixtures for the next 6-7 game weeks. And I think a double Chelsea defense is really good, a really good option, especially considering they're only like 5.1 for Zuma and 5.8 for Chilwell now, something like that. But I like the double Chelsea. If you want to get, but then again, if you don't want to take the risk and you want to rather kind of diversify your portfolio, I think Cresswell is a great option. West Ham have a great run of fixtures for the next 12 game weeks or so, and they look decently good defensively. So I mean, and Cresswell gets opportunities. He creates a lot of opportunities for his teammates. So, oh, my camera. So I don't know. Either way, man. Cresswell or Kufa or Musaku. I'd rather go. If you want to save money, Kufa would be a good one. He's only 4.5, I think. And Cresswell, for me, Cresswell would be number 1 on that list. I think he gets a lot of attempted assists. But if you want to save some cash, drop down. And either way, they have a really good run of fixtures. Mopé didn't play versus Tottenham. Super concerning about Mopé this weekend. But I think I read an article yesterday, or read that it's been solved, and that Mopé is the issue's been resolved, I think is what they said, quote unquote, something like that. But Mopé may be back into the starting lineup this weekend. I was thinking about it all week. I thought it was very concerning that Mopé didn't start because of an ego, and I was thinking, if this is just speculation, but if someone doesn't start for an ego, it has to be incredibly toxic to not play simply because of an ego. Because I've had some teammates that are very egotistical. I won't drop any names, and I ain't never seen them get benched because of their ego. And so if it was because of that, that is very toxic, and it's something to watch for the future. They say it's been resolved, and so I'm taking their word, but it would be something to have an eye on for the future. But I think Mopé owners are now safe going into the weekend. But it's very concerning for the future, in my opinion. I think Chelsea's defense last season wasn't as bad as people thought. I think Kepa was just so bad. Every shot he faced went in. Yeah. Oh, I saw some tweets that said like I forgot the exact number. I'd have to look it up again. But like Kepa let in like an outrageous amount of percentages of Chelsea's goals all time. It was something that I had to like double check. I checked like 3 or 4 times to make sure it was real. Yeah, Kepa was. I hope Kepa turns around and becomes an incredible keeper. I'll say that. Is Chilwell and Zuma double up worth it in the long run? Is Chilwell and Zuma? I'm behind 10 minutes. I gotta catch up. Is Chilwell and Zuma double up worth it in the long run, or use Diaz and Bellerin instead of Zuma? I think it's worth it for the next 5 games, but at the same time, I talked about this early in the stream. I really, really would like a City or an Arsenal defender on my squad at the moment. More City than Arsenal. Arsenal look incredible defensively, and with Bellerin, it's going to come down to whether they play with 3 center backs or if they play with a 4-man back line. If they play with that 3 center back system that allow Bellerin to play wing back and get higher up the pitch. Either way, I think Arsenal's defense is really solid. But I think City's defenses look just as good, and they have an incredible run of fixtures for a long time. I personally would rather go with Diaz or Cancelo if he could get some consistent playing time. But that being said, I think I won't be looking to double up on Chelsea assets if you're asking for me personally. I'm going to look to bring in a City defender or an Arsenal defender if that helps. I might bring Diogo Jota in the near future. I almost brought him in last week for a -4 on a side note. I was looking at Antonio replacements, and I knew Jota was around the same price as Antonio, and then I realized I would have to take a -4 to bring in a midfielder, and I was like, I should have taken a -4. I ended up not taking a -4 and not going with Jota and going for Bamford instead. But if Jota can get some, I looked at his like goal involvement per 90 of his whole career. It's like 0.5, something outrageous. Let me double check that. Because his goal involvement per 90, his whole career is 0.51. For Wolverhampton, it was 0.5 his first season in the Prem. And last season was 0.3, had a bit of a drop, but 0.51 is incredible. Incredible goal involvement. I wish I had somebody to relate that, to say how close that is to other people's. Suns, I believe, is like a 0.7, but he's pretty much getting involved in goal every other week. As if Jota can get some serious playing time on Liverpool, he's going to be in everyone's squad in a matter of 2 game weeks. You know what I mean? The question is, of course, Firmino's still that guy. Klopp still loves Bobby, so I think Firmino still gets a lot of playing time, and he's deserved it from what all he's done. He's still their X factor. He's still their glue that kind of brings Salah and Mane together. He doesn't score that much, and that's always been his Achilles heel for that Liverpool squad and for all the haters. And but they could switch Firmino down to that cam and throw. I don't know. It's tough. But Jota's definitely on my radar. Kane to Werner and bench player to Jota potentially when Kane's fixtures get bad. Not sure he's still so good. Yeah, I'm definitely considering going Werner, especially now that he's on penalties. He scored 2 penalties this weekend or yesterday in the Champions League, and that was with Jorginho on the pitch. And I think Lampard confirmed in an interview that Werner's on penalties. And with all that being said, I think Werner is definitely on my radar. If Pulisic can get healthy and that front line can really get moving, he's definitely on my radar. As far as Kane and Son go, I was planning on flipping them as soon as their fixtures get bad. But I was listening to some podcasts, and they were talking about, and I agree, I like what they were saying, and they want to see what they do when they face tough squads and see who's the best one to get rid of between Son and Kane, or do I get rid of them both? And so I almost want to wait until they have that, because who do they play out next week? They play City the week after Chelsea and Arsenal. I want to see how they set up against City before I really decide, or I'm thinking about this, before I decide who to drop. Because if they play against big squads and Harry Kane still looks really good and still getting off like 4 shots per game, getting into really good areas, then I can't see myself dropping Kane considering how great he's had to start to the season. And so that would be tough. But if Son looks like he's lost when playing big squads, not looking the same, he's an easy switch for me. So I kind of want to wait to see how they perform against big squads before I make an official decision. That especially because City's obviously playing Tottenham in week 9, and I want to get a City player in so I can look at both those squads to really decide, and that would be a huge factoring game for me. Watching that match, City versus Tottenham next week, because again, I really want to bring in De Bruyne, and I'm thinking about, at the moment, I'm gonna switch out Son for KDB, but the question is, do I drop Robbo down to afford it? Do I drop Kane down to afford it? So it's tough, and I don't want any other City assets, to be completely honest, other than like Cancelo or DS. Any other City attacking players. Still have 1.2 left in the bank. That's so sick. I wish I had that much cash. 2 mil in the bank for MK. Man, I wish I had that much cash in the bank, man. That's gonna allow you some great. Let me see how much I have in the bank. Just like my actual bank, I got nothing. That's gonna allow you some great opportunities to bring in some City assets, assuming you want some City assets in the next couple weeks. Where are we at? Zaid says, Chilwell in place of Robbo for -4. Good deal or not? Well, you know what's crazy is reading that statement is if you would have said that any time in the last 2 seasons or even like the first few game weeks, I would have said absolutely not. But now it kind of makes sense, Zaid. I think it's so hard for me to bring in a -4 for a defender, especially when you're losing a quality one like Robbo. But if you want to play the statistics, shout out Big Shaq. If you want to play the statistics, I think Chilwell has a better opportunity to get a clean sheet and an attacking return against Sheffield than Robbo does against City, if you want to play it that way. And if you're looking to get rid of Robbo for the long term, I mean, but that's tough, man. That's tough. I think I'd probably rather hold on to Robbo than force myself to switch to Chilwell. Not force myself, but switch to Chilwell. That -4 is just hefty, man. Yeah, maybe saving the transfer is the best way to go. Yeah, it's tough, man. Let's see. Guys, if you're watching on your account, hit the like button. Yeah, thanks. If you want to hit that, go ahead and do that, man. That'd be much appreciated. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, Robbo can still assist, so it's tough. Do I mind asking what everyone's overall points are? I mean, if they want to say it, they want to say it. You know what I mean? I feel like we're all here just to have fun with FPL and get advice from each other on what to do. But if you want to say your overall points, go for it. Alex is on 401. Woo-wee. That's a big number. I think it's a big number. I don't even know what mine are. Miss Sexy Diva. What's up, Miss Sexy Diva? That's got to be Vanessa Hudgens for sure. Let's see. My team is Martinez, Cresswell. Martinez I like a lot. Cresswell I like. Reece James. Reece James played this week, so it's always a rotation question with him, right? But I like him a lot when he plays. Chilwell I like a lot. Rashford. Oh, my camera about to go out. Rashford, Son, Zaha, Grealish, or Diogo Jota, and Bamford, Werner, and Kane. There it goes. Bamford, Werner, and Kane. 2 mil in the bank. Might get Salah for Rashford or Son because of Son's fixtures. What do you think? Not having Salah is tough, but this week against City, you probably can get away with it as far as the percentages go. Yeah, that's tough. I like your squad a lot, but Rashford scares me because there could be a week like 2 weeks ago. I mean, I would even say that he was on a good form. Last week, I think on my stream, I said he was on good form because he scored in like 3 of his last 4 or 5 matches. All competitions included, like being against PSG, being against Leipzig. So I think he looks good, but in the Premier League, it's a bit of a different story. Is he going to be thrown out to the wing now that Martial is back? There's a lot of questions to be asked. I know they went with the 2 striker, I think, this week or yesterday, but $2 million in the bank. Yeah, I think maybe Son, maybe get Salah, or maybe you can even go De Bruyne if you want to go that way. There's a lot of options you could do. Rashford to one of those 2 guys. A lot of options you can do with that $2 million in the bank. It's tough because I like your defense a lot. I think your defense is solid. My big question is obviously Rashford, Son when his fixtures flip, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, you could upgrade Bamford if you want, or not. Yeah, you could get rid of Bamford for somebody else, but I still like Bamford in the future. He still gets in great positions. It's just, can he finish them? I like your squad a lot, Miss Sexy Diva, a.k.a. Vanessa Hudgens. CT Vids, bro, can you give me your thoughts on my team? Just check the league instead of me typing my team. Yeah, I'll check it real quick. One sec. The Donatellos. Is it CT Vids under that as well? Is that what your name is on that? I'm going to have to check to the bottom to see what it says. FPL Swan, what's up, man? I'm trying to see if it's still CT Vids or not. I don't know your what's your team name in this? We have a lot of people in the league, man. League is in the description below. League is in the description below. If you want to join the Donatello's mini league. Where are we at? Yeah, I don't see your team in here. Oh, Craig Frank. There we go. Wheezy O's. Mighty IDI. Played your wild card this week. So this is his squad. CT Viz. Let me go back up to where we are. You got Mendy in goal. I love Mendy. Reece James. I love Reece James when he plays. Love Reece James when he plays. It's just obviously the playing time that's hit and miss, right? You got Kilman. Great option. Great 4.3 at the moment. I think you said you got him for less. That's a great player. Kyle Walker-Peters is definitely one that I would try to upgrade if I could. Oh, you got Lamptey on the bench. Lamptey's probably going to play this week, huh? And for Kilman, maybe? Kyle Walker-Peters for me would probably be the biggest question mark. It looks like you're skipping leg day, which is fine if you want to throw your money in your attack. Mane, I love Mane, man. I think Click's more of a penalty merchant than anything. He plays really deep in the matches from what I've seen. I like Zaha. Love Mo Salah. You're doubling up on the Liverpool middies. I like that call because you're almost guaranteed to come away with someone's going to haul on that every game, right? It's either going to be Salah or Mane. So you're pretty much saying I'm going to get 7 points per match between having those 2 guys. I like that a lot. Jamie Vardy, love. We talk about that too, right? He's up to 20% selection now. All right. Wolverhampton, Liverpool. So 2 tough matches in a row as far as defensive wise. He's got Fulham, Sheffield, Brighton, Everton. So I still like Jamie Vardy in the future. I still like him as a player. I think if you have Jamie Vardy, you keep him. I don't know if you move away to get him in. Maybe you can go. Maybe after that Liverpool match, or maybe after that Liverpool match for Jamie Vardy, you then switch to Harry Kane to Vardy. That may be the popular pick. But you got Harry Kane, you captain him. Bamford. I like your squad. The only one that worries me probably is having Click in your starting lineup, personally. But other than that, I really like it, man. I think it's solid. But I don't know. But then even then, I don't know who I would have in for Click. I don't know what you could do with how much money do you have in the bank. You don't have any money in the bank. Yeah, I don't know how much better you could do than that. So I like the squad. I think it's really solid. Really solid. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll leave it up to the comment section. Alex was 1 point under average last week and went from 700K to 1. You had a 300K drop in rank for being 1 point under average. Dang. Hopefully you have a good week and get a green arrow and go back into the 100K into the sub 1 mils. Especially with that triple captain. You got your triple captaincy chip going. I hope you get a huge green arrow with that running. Son or Kane for captaincy, do you think? Any differential captains? I think for me it's Kane. I think when I go back and watch West Brom's film and look at who scored against them, it's been mostly strikers. Like DCL had a Hattie against them. Tammy Abraham came away with a goal. Jamie Vardy had 2, but those 2 goals were penalties. Kane's on penalties. If you're a fan of the away, I'm gonna make this very I feel like more ambiguous, or not ambiguous, but more confusing. Son's away form looks really good, but such a small sample size. I want to put too much into that. When I watch West Brom's matches, there are points in the match where the game just gets really open, and it looks there's a ton of space for people to run into, and that is Son to a T. I think Son has a great opportunity for a goal or two in that match, and clean sheet points. I think their left wing, when teams that play like a 4-3-3 style, not that two-striker style, because I think Danny Ings blanked, Wood blanked for Burnley. And so when teams play that two-striker position, I think that benefits West Brom's defense more. When they play that 4-3-3, it really opens them up, and there's a lot of room for people to run in again. The left wing, like Richarlison, Harvey Barnes, and Timo Werner in that match, I think they're averaging like 5 shots against them. So I expect Son to get about 4 or 5 shots against West Brom this weekend. But I just think Kane is, everything goes through Kane. He's like 80% in goal involvement, something wild like that for Tottenham. And so for me, I'm going Kane. I think it's a better option. But if you go Son, I think there's you can make a strong argument for it. But then again, the players who have scored against West Brom have been strikers, defenders, and like right wingers, stuff like that. But left wing, the players playing left wing, like I just said, are getting a ton of opportunities. I just didn't put them away. As far as differential captains, it's tough because I try to look at players on top 6 squads or on top teams that are on great form. So nobody on Friday I would say to captain. United Everton, that's a really tough match. I don't know if you can captain anyone from that and feel safe with it. Maybe you might go Chelsea against Sheffield if you're feeling super daring. But if you're going Werner, I think Werner might play on the wing and Tammy Abraham might play up top this weekend. But that's just speculation for me. I don't know, they're Chelsea fans here. They can speak more on that. And then you have Liverpool City playing each other. Leicester Wolves. Arsenal played tough defense in Villa. So for me, I think there are differential captains out there, and of course someone's going to score in that. You would assume that someone's going to score in that United-Everton match. You're going to assume someone's going to score in that Wolverhampton-Leicester match. And so there are going to be other players that score, but the odds are not in their favor. I just think the best way to go is just this Spurs in the West Brom game. Because that Liverpool City, again, Salah could score against City, and if he scores, you think he might come away with bonus points in that. And I could see him, or I could see De Bruyne, or I could see Sterling all coming away with big points. But I think you're just better off going for Spurs, in my opinion, that is. League code. I'll look at the league code real quick. Man, I'm behind on comments. I get super behind. I talk too much in it. Donatello's code is... There it is. P8XY2K. Someone can type that into the description. It's in the description below, but if you want the code, there it is. P8XY2K. FIFA over 2K. I'm way behind. I'm still on minus points because I made 20. That's right. He took 20 transfers in game week 3. That was still legendary, man. Still legendary. I think Kane is a good call. I think so too. Kane and Son rested tonight. Did Kane come out of the game? Yes, I saw Son was rested. Kane scored and assisted. Let me check that real quick. I just want to see. 3-1 in the 65th minute. Lo Celso scored in the 62nd. And the pass from Son opens up the space for Lo Celso in the middle of the box. Sweet. Yeah, so Kane came off Son went in the 61st minute, so he's pretty much rested. Harry Kane came off. My camera! Harry Kane came off at halftime, so they both didn't get that many minutes today. So they're both rested, so I'm not worried about either of them. I'm not worried about either of them getting benched or anything like that. Well, I'm way behind on comments. Sorry, Swan. Let me get to Swan. Let me get to your stuff real quick. Definitely check your stuff real quick. West Brom have conceded. FPL Swan just shot me something on Twitter. It says West Brom have conceded the most points from strikers. Spurs have scored the most from strikers. Whoa. So there you go. West Brom have conceded the most points from the strikers, and Spurs have scored the most from the strikers. So I'm looking at a chart right now that FPL Swan sent me on Twitter on my phone. I can't show it on here. I guess I could show it on here, but Let's see. Then you'd have to see my DMs and how Rihanna and Margot Robbie just don't stop texting me. That would be super awkward for them. So, where are we at? Yeah, Tottenham. Yeah, I think. Yeah, man. West Brom have given up 80 points against forwards. Oh my gosh. And that's not even close. No one's even close. The next highest is 54, Southampton. Or in Newcastle? No, Burnley at 55. West Brom, oh my gosh. That makes me just solidified Harry Kane being my captain even more so. Good shout. Good shout. Yeah, I think, again, DCL got a Hattie. Every striker that plays in a 4-3-3 essentially scores. The only strikers that don't score from what I've been able to see with West Brom or when they play like a 4-4-2 or something like that. I'm way behind on comments. Let me go back in time. Yeah, I'm not too far behind on comments. That's good. FPL Penguin, what's up, FPL Penguin? Check out FPL Penguin stuff on YouTube. Good. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers. You're getting really close, man. Son nearly at 60% ownership. Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy is Son's at 60% ownership. Kane's at 45. I still feel like Kane's going to be more selected for captaincy. But still 60%? Oh my gosh. You'd almost argue debating captaincy options that if you don't captain Son, you almost don't want him to score. Almost. Sterling captain for this week. I think that's a good play. Sterling captain it's a good shot. If you don't want to go the Spurs way and you want to be a differential and go a different route, Sterling, I'll be cheering for you. I don't think I would bring in. Personally, I wouldn't bring in Sterling or captaincy for me because I want De Bruyne more. Excuse me, everyone from Belgium. De Bruyne. I still didn't say it right. But it's a good shout, man. Sterling's a great player. He's going up against that Liverpool defense who's looking shakier than usual without Van Dijk. And Trent's got caught napping a couple times to where that left wing's gotten behind him. And so I think Sterling could be another one like that, man. Roscoe's shout. Roscoe's chicken and waffles too, man. That sounds good. Roscoe Dot. I'll be cheering for Sterling just for you. Hoping he can score and you can have a big green arrow, man. Son or Kane captain. I'm going Kane. I think I just talked about that. You probably heard that. If you want me to talk about that, I will again. I only made one transfer. Matthew says I only made one transfer this week. Kilman for Saiss. A defensive. I was willing to make some extra funds. That's true. You made like 1.3 or something like that. 1.2. I don't know. Somewhat like that. Planning on bringing in Watkins, Hamas, and Werner for the next 5 or so game weeks. I really like Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins has a high expected goal involvement, and he has a favorable run of fixtures, and he's on penalties. So I think Ollie Watkins is a great option. If you're looking for an Ings replacement and you want to save some funds, and you don't have like a Jack Grealish already, because I don't think doubling up on Villa attackers is the best route. Of course, you can go that way, and it could obviously pay off like it did last week. But Ollie Watkins is a good shout, man. I love James Rodriguez for the next 3. Timo Werner is also on penalties, and he's starting to click more with his Chelsea side. I think he's actually scored like... Alex, if you're here, can you help me out? I think he has 11 games for Chelsea and like 10 goals. Let me double check that real quick. I don't want to be spitting out randomness. Or in goal involvements. Why did I put in Martial? Let me double check that right quick. Nope, I'm way off. I thought I saw that on a tweet the other day. I'm mistaken. Oh, that's Premier League. I want all competition. All competition. All competition, please. All competition, please. It ain't giving me all competition. It is. There we go. So for Chelsea this season, I hate when I do this. Yeah. Anyway, he's played in 11 games and he's come away with seven goals and 2 assists. So 9 goal involvements in 11 games for Timo Werner. Quietly, because everyone's been saying how he's had a disappointing, but that's pretty good, man. I would love that from my striker. He just hasn't been clicking so much, I guess, in the Premier League. But that's pretty good numbers, man. And also, I like that Kilman to Saiss swap. Is Kilman nailed on? I don't think so yet. I don't think that competition for that starting left center back role is over anytime soon. But I think that he has definitely earned a lot of opportunities to continue to start. And at 4.3, it's not that much of a risk. Saiss, on the other hand, at that much money and not being guaranteed starting time and a tough run of fixtures, I think it's more nerve-wracking. So back three for this week. Robbo, Mings, Chilwell, and Zuma. So yeah, I like Chilwell and Zuma. Obviously, I would start those two. Although Arsenal's defense is struggling, I still wouldn't like to put in Mings against it. I'd probably still go with Robbo over Mings. Robbo still has a better opportunity to get attacking returns. I know City's attack isn't that good right now at the moment either, but it's still City, and they still scare me. But I'd probably go Robbo, Chilwell, and Zuma personally. If you went for Mings, I wouldn't bat an eye at it. I think it would still be a great shout. But for me, I'd probably go Robbo personally. Yeah, my team, I'm super behind on comments. I'll catch up. Man, I'm 20 minutes behind on comments. FPL Swan, yeah, my team's ready for Game Week 8. Here it is. Everything's set in stone. I'm not planning on making any transfers right now. This is exactly what I want to do. I want to roll my transfers for next Game Week into Game Week 9, and so I can try to find a way to get KDB into my squad. You using a chip this Game Week? What are you using? FPL Swan, what are you going to use? Are you going to triple captain? Please tell me you're triple captaining. Because you would be bench boosting, right? Would you be bench boosting? You already used your wild card. Are you triple captaining? Oh, I'm super excited. I want to hear. I'll wait to get to the end of the comments, see what you see. It's great. Yeah, I saw that. WordPress will be on pens, free kicks for next 6 weeks, 5.9. Yeah, dude, he's a set piece master right now, man. His two free kicks that he scored last week were just disgusting, incredible. It looks like he's on pens too right now. Yeah, free kicks. Great opportunity. He's got Vestergaard in the that'll come up for some set pieces. So great opportunity to get some assists. I think Ward-Prowse is a good shout. Of course, my biggest question is how are they going to play without Big Daddy Ings? So it's tough, man. I think I still at 5'9". I think is a great shout. Let's see. Hari says, "Hey, what is your thought on my team? Are you in the league? I'm assuming you're in the league. Let me check it out." Geraldinho. Sick name, man. Geraldinho. Welcome to the league. Game week 7. I don't want to see your overall rank. 71 points last week. Woo! All right, this is your squad. Saiss scares me. Just looking at your squad, just quick thoughts. I like Diane Ganga off the bench. Hamas on the bench. You'd have Hamas come in for, I'm assuming, James Justin, maybe? Oh, Danny Ings is hurt. So Danny Ings is hurt. What are you going to do with Danny Ings? Because he's out for like 4 to 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm assuming you'd want to get rid of him for that. What are you going to do with Danny Ings? What are you going to do with Saiss? I think those are the two options because you're going to have Bamford, DCL, Hamas play, Son, Salah, Grealish, and that back line. I love Gabriel. I got Vanessa Hudgens on the brain, man, and Gabriel Union. So you got Gabriel, Trent, Zuma. I like those a lot. McCarthy and goal, good. Your team's solid. I would just ask what you're going to do with Ings and Saiss. That's it. But as far as that, your team looks really good moving forward. FPL Swan did it, man. FPL Swan is officially. Oh, can I admit it, or can I drop the news? I feel like should I drop the news or should I let you? I almost want to just throw it on Twitter anyway. Man, I'm so behind on comments. I'm so behind. I can't even find where I was at. I like your team a lot. It looks really good. I really like Gabriel. Trent, of course. What are you going to do with Trent? So that Trent, Ings, Saiss. I still like holding Trent, but unless you want to use a fund somewhere else. What are you planning on doing with Son after his fixtures flip? Those are the questions I would have for you. But I like your squad a lot, man. Also, what's up? I hope you're having a great week. Every week I wish Son blanks and he scores. Should I take him in? At this point, if you don't have Son, I don't think you bring him in. His fixtures get incredibly tough for like the next 4 or 5 game weeks. I think you could do better. My camera. I think you could do better elsewhere in the next 5 game weeks. Because if you look at his fixtures, he has City, Chelsea, Arsenal. Crystal Palace is a good fixture, but then Liverpool, Leicester, Wolverhampton. All very tough matches. I think if you don't have Son at this point, it's best to use your funds somewhere else, like maybe bringing in like KDB, like I'm planning on doing personally. Unless you want to bring him in for this week and captain him, because West Brom is looking very enticing. Yeah, CT Vids is off to a great start, man. Great start. I'm 20th. I'm 20 in your league. Came in game week 7. Great, you welcome, man. I think I saw your squad last week, right? Or you said that in last stream. You have an incredible squad. I'm very jealous of it. Let's see. Rudy says, get in Patrick Van Aanholt or Zuma. I'd rather bring in Zuma personally. I think Van Aanholt's a good player. He had a few near assists, maybe some that should have been assists last week or the last 2 weeks or so. I still like Van Aanholt a lot, but I'd rather have Zuma personally. He should transfer one of a Liverpool attack to City. I like. Are you saying would you recommend getting rid of Salah or Mane for like KDB or Sterling? Is that what you're saying? I'm not against that at all. I'm just curious of what other people's strategy is. Anyone in chat? What's league code? It's I think it was here earlier. Let me double check, see where it's at. Someone commented what it was. It was like P28X2KY. I don't know. I think someone commented on it earlier. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Should I sing a song while I do it? Oh, yeah. P8XY2K. P8XY2K. That's the league code. Now I got to find where I was at. Yeah, I'd be super interested to see what you would like to do with Salah or Mane then. Oh, because he had double Liverpool at the time because I'm 17 minutes behind on my comments. Yeah. You could do that. That's what I would personally do. I'd look to switch out Salah or Mane for KDB or Sterling. I'm planning to take out Bamford for the cheapest striker, then get click out for Grealish. Who's the cheapest striker right now? Ollie Watkins is pretty cheap, but I don't know if. Oh, so you're saying just bring it for Brewster, right? So you probably bring in Brewster and then swap out Click for Grealish. I like that a lot. I like that. No worries, Miss Sexy Diva. No worries. But overall, it's 419, so hopefully we can keep the form going. I hope so. I hope you keep having a great season and really end with a phenomenal ranking. You've been off to a great start to the season. 419, man. That is incredible start. Let's keep it up. Let's keep this train running. In your opinion, what should I do with Saiss? In my opinion, MC Bacon, man. In my opinion, I would move on from him. Now, I'm not saying... I think I said this in my stream, so I'll just... quite a bit today, so I'll kind of just keep it brief. I don't think the job is Kilman's. I don't think he's the nailed-on starter from here on out. I still think Saiss is going to be given opportunities to claim that left center back role. I think the favor is with Kilman right now. But if it were me, and the fixtures are going to get really tough soon, even though this Wolverhampton defense is really good, and they can get a clean sheet against anybody, so I would still like a Wolverhampton defender. I don't think it's worth it to have someone who's 5'3", who might not play week in and week out, and have a tough run of fixtures. I'd rather have that kind of cash go to like Chilwell or Zuma, Bellerin, maybe even Joao Cancelo. That's what I would personally do. Lo Celso scored Spurs 3-1. Spurs are good, man. How do you think they're going to finish the season? Do you think they're going to finish top 4? I only ask because they're off to a good start, but at the same time they've been playing a decent run of fixtures. They've done what they at the end. I mean, they've still won a decent amount of those games, but I'm curious to see where they're going to finish the season. I'm in by the way, Ziyech or Hamas and Ziyech or James and Zuma. I'm assuming that's Reece James, right? I like Ziyech a lot. I think around that price range, he's probably the best at the moment because I don't know if Hamas is going to play. I'm assuming you have Hamas already. And Pulisic might be out. Havertz has COVID. As far as Reece James or Zuma, I would personally go with Zuma just because he's nailed on. If Reece James is nailed on, I would say absolutely go for Reece. But him not starting worries me. That's why I would personally say go Zuma there. Let's see what FPL Swan said. Where's Daff at? Did he comment again? Oh yeah. I'll show you, man. Not announcing on Twitter before the deadline, or use it on the double game week crowd come along. Yeah. As soon as you say you're... Oh, yeah. So FPL Swan has officially used his triple captaincy chip. So now we have Alex and Daff both triple captaining this week. He just sent it to me on Twitter. I wish I could throw it up on my screen right now. But, yeah, he's officially triple captaincy chip. He's used his triple captaincy chip this week on Sir Harry Kane, man. Oh, That's great. I'm so pumped. I'll be cheering even more for Harry Kane now. That's two. So you have Daff and Alex both triple captaining Harry Kane this week. Oh, I'm pumped, man. Let's go. Man, I'm so behind on comments still, but that's awesome. I gotta really pick it up. I'm dropping more and more behind every day. Whoa, I'm so behind. Let's see. Zuma by a mile. Yeah, I agree. ZS is good if you have the money. I agree too. Brian, what's up? Welcome to the stream, Brian. Welcome back. Mr. Enigma, Kane goal and an assist has to be captain this week. Kane goal and assist and West Brom are giving up goals by the dozen to strikers, especially ones from top 6 squads that play in a 4-3-3. I think Kane is just... I was watching a Let's Talk FPL video this morning. He dropped his best captaincy picks this week, and I completely agree with him, what he said in his intro. He said this is the least he's ever thought about who to put as your captain. He put it on Harry Kane right off the bat. That same as me. I thought little about who to captain. I've researched a ton because I knew I was going to get a question in the stream, who do I captain, Harry Kane or Son? So I did a ton of research on it. But as far as me personally, it went on Harry Kane, and it's not going to move. Personally. Greatchi. Well, Son was benched and still got an assist. Yeah, Son came in the 62nd minute or something like that, still came away with an assist. At the end of the day, I think... Again, I say this every week, but there are worse options, or there are worse headaches in FPL than who to captain between Harry Kane and Son. I think both of them are going to have a really good week. Of course, one's probably most likely going to outscore the other unless they somehow manage to both come away with like 10 points or so. Or you never know, they could blink. West Brom could just absolutely come out firing and win 3-0. And that would just be the craziest week in FPL so far. But... there are worse headaches to have than who to captain between Harry Kane and Son. I think they're both incredible options. And me personally, I'm going with Harry Kane. And yeah, still came away. Son was benched, still came with an assist. Let's see. Harry says, ooh, the Zuma would be a good fit for -4. If you're going to go Chelsea defense, Chilwell is superior. Yeah, if you have money, I think Chilwell is the way to go. If you don't have the cash, I think Zuma's your play. You can even go with Mendy if you want to go for like keep a defender, but I don't know. But yeah. I think if you have the cash, Chilwell's the route. If not, Zuma. If you want to be super maverick and top gun it, I think Reece James. If you want to live with that headache of if he's going to play or not. But yeah, Chilwell if you had funds. If not, Zuma. I agree. Should I triple captain Kane? Thomas, if you triple captain Kane, you will be in the same boat as Alex and Daff here. And I'll be. I don't know what I should do. I was trying to think of some good luck charms that I could do for Harry Kane to score this weekend, but I think you have worse. There are going to be a lot worse game weeks to triple captain someone. I think not only is Kane an incredible option this week, there's just not many other good options for a safe captaincy pick. Harry Kane's looking like an incredible option against a West Brom squad who just give up so many goals to strikers. And Kane is just getting off like 5 shots per game, something wild like that. And he's in incredible form. He's on penalties. Harry Kane is just looking like a no-brainer captaincy pick. Maybe not a no-brainer captaincy pick between him and Son, of course. But if you're going to triple captain, there's a lot of worse opportunities in the week. Of course, you could save it for the double game week. You could save it for later on in if you're in like mini league playoffs and stuff like that. But if you've done the research and you've watched the film or whatnot, and you say Harry Kane is going to go off this weekend, you're convinced, you can do a lot worse than in triple captaining this week. I hope he scores. He has more goal potential. Harry Kane's involved in like 80% of Spurs goals. I don't know. You can make a great you can make a great argument for either Kane or Son this week. Triple captain's 50-50. Just gotta hope you get lucky, for real. At the end of the day, I feel like if you get an attacking return from your triple captaincy chip, I'd be happy. Because I mind blank last season when Mo Salah got me 2 points. But yeah, at the end of the day, my camera! At the end of the day, it's just going to be flipping a coin, man. It's going to be tough. I'm going Son captain. I think Son is a great option. Again, left wings in a 4-3-3 against West Brom are getting off like 4.5 shots per game, something like that. And Son is... I expect Son to get about 4 shots. The game can really open up. This West Brom side, as the game goes on, their defense gets so wide, and there's just so many options for players to sneak in behind that back line. And so I think Son's a great option because that's one of his best qualities, right? I think Son is a great option. Captaining Kane. So it seems like a lot of people here are captaining Kane, a couple with Son. 50% will champion them after this game week. Yeah, I'm super interested to see what Harry Kane and Son's transfer out is next week because obviously everyone knows they have a very tough run of fixtures after this game week, and I'm with you. Super interesting to see what their ownership goes because Son's as of right now, he's at 60% ownership. Oh my gosh. Where are we at? Mystery Enigma. Need some advice, please. I'll do my best. Option 1, Trent and Ings to Chilwell, Werner, or option 2, Trent and a 4.5 million bench midfielder to Chilwell and Ziyech. Ooh. Well, for me, Ings is out 4 to 6 weeks. Under option 2, I'd be leaving an injured Ings on the bench. Yeah, that's the thing. Ings is going to be out for like 4 to 6 weeks from what I'm hearing. It was a very small surgery, so he'll be back within a month and a half. But I kind of like Werner. He has a good run of fixtures. Again, he's in all competitions. He has 9 goal involvements in 11 games. So he's still getting involved in goal. My question is he going to play left wing now that I don't know? Is Tammy Abraham, is Pulisic going to be healthy? Because if Pulisic's healthy, then Werner's going to be playing up top. If Pulisic is out, I might say that maybe Werner goes out wide and Tammy Abraham goes high. I don't think Werner rests. I know there's a lot of talk about maybe Werner resting this weekend, but Lampard today said how fit and just how in shape Werner is, so I don't see him being benched. But personally, I do like bringing Chilwell and Werner in. I think that's a great option. I think that's the option I would rather go for, in my opinion. In fact, I'm thinking about even going Harry Kane out and dropping him down to like Werner and finding someone else to drop so I can forward Son to KDB. I like, especially now that Werner's on pens. Martial replacement for Ings, good differential. I'm not the biggest Martial fan. Personally, he's averaging like less than one shot per night, or about one shot per 90 minutes right now. United are really struggling, so for me, I'd rather wait and see what United have to offer in the future. So I don't know if he's the best replacement for Ings, but I mean, Martial, we saw last season at any moment he can go and score a hat trick. He can go and score a couple goals. There's still an opportunity of Cavani playing that striker and Martial going out to the right wing. I'm just not the biggest Martial fan personally. But if that's what you think is the best way to go, do it. You know what I mean? It's your FPL squad. You got to do what you feel is best. And you never know. At the end of next week, you could be the one laughing last and saying, and everyone's saying, is it now time to bring in Martial? You never know. I have Martinez goalkeeper, defenders, Cougar. Okay, yeah. Zuma, Konsa, mid, Son, Grealish, Zaha, Salah, forward, Vardy, Kane, and DCL. Who would you change, if anything? I'd probably get rid of Konsa. Probably. I don't know. That's a really good squad. I just think that 1.4, you could go somewhere else. Maybe you could upgrade. Maybe you could drop down Kane. Next, you could roll the transfer and you could drop Kane and be able to afford the... you drop Kane to... I don't know. Maybe Callum Wilson or something and bring in Zaha to KDB off the top of my head. Or maybe you can drop Kane to somebody and go Son to KDB. I don't know. There's a lot of things you could do with that. How much money? And I really like your squad. It's a very strong squad. That's tough. Ole seems to go all out when his job is on the line. His job is... I'm not a United fan. If there are any United fans here, I would like to know what your thoughts are on Ole. From what I've been hearing from United fans, it seems that he is on his last limb. There's a lot of talk right now with Pochettino maybe being his replacement already. But yeah, Ole, man, he's got to do something this weekend to kind of stay off the hot seat a little bit. Because he had big wins against PSG and against Leipzig in Champions League. And now you're thinking, Ole, he's figured it out. But in league play, they're in 15th place right now. And they lost yesterday against a team they should have just shattered. So, Ole, I would like to hear United's thoughts on that. Amon says McCarthy, Cresswell, Mings, Diaz, Mane, De Bruyne, Salah, St. Max, Wilson, Watkins, Werner. Incredible squad. Incredible squad. Really like a couple of your picks there with differential picks with Diaz, Mane. St. Maximin, I think he has a really good fixture this week, and I think he has a good run of fixtures still for some time. He still worries me, though, as an asset. I'm not the biggest ASM fan in FPL. As far as players, I really like him. But that definitely does worry me with St. Max. Maybe move on from him. But other than that, I like every other player you have. Really strong squad I'm on. Brian Sullivan, Kufal. Yeah, I was looking at Kufal. I was assuming you meant Kufal. 4.5. I think he's a great option. I really like your team, Brian. I think it's solid. Again, maybe me moving out Konsa for maybe a City defender like Diaz or Cancelo. Maybe bringing an Arsenal defender. That'd probably be my biggest suggestion, so you don't have to double up on that Villa defense. Yeah. Alex, Alex, as a Chelsea supporter, how do you think your attacking unit is gelling so far? Kobe says, should I stick with Bamford or get someone else? I think you stick with them for Crystal Palace. For me personally, Kobe, I'm thinking about moving out Bamford for Antonio when he gets healthy. And Bamford's just kind of a placeholder at the moment. But Bamford's like top 5 and not in penalty expected goals per 90. He's getting a ton of shots off. He's getting in incredible positions. Leeds are second in the league in like shot creation actions per 90, shots per 90, if I'm not mistaken, and shots in the box per game. Leeds are really good going forward, surprisingly. Bamford's getting into incredible positions. It's just, is he going to finish? That's the biggest question. 2 weeks ago, he got a hattie. Last week against Leicester, he had an absolute sitter with the header he put right into the keeper's mitts. He had a first touch that ran away from him, and he was forced to do a rough shot on a one-on-one. It's just, is Bamford going to finish is the biggest thing. Halar. Yeah, I hope Halar scores for you, man. I really hope he does. It's his time. If he scores, I can only imagine the scenes I can only imagine how just wild you're going to get. I'm rooting for Halar for you, man. I think 10 goals and 13 in Champions League for Werner. Werner's good, man. It's just taking some time for him to click. He's still expensive at 9.3, but with Ings out, if you're looking for 0.8 extra more, I'm not the biggest Martial fan, but Werner's catching my eye, man. Kobe asked Alex if Ziyech is nailed on. Alex says he thinks so. I think Ziyech is phenomenal, man. He creates such a great dynamic for any attacking team he plays for. Daniel says hi. What's up, Daniel? I'm trying to speed through these so I can catch up on comments because I'm so far behind. Let me catch up on comments. Am I that far behind? Oh, my days. Yeah, what's up, Daniel? Are you going to keep Bamford? I just talked about that, I think, right? I'm planning on getting rid of him for Antonio when he's healthy. That's my plan. He's just a placeholder for now. Werner's 14 goals. Werner's last 14 games in Champions League, he has 10 goals and 3 assists. That's incredible. Yeah. I'm that far behind. I'm not announcing. I'm just reading. I'm officially catching up to the part where you say you're not announcing on Twitter before the deadline for the use it on a double game week crowd, because that's for sure going to happen. Twitter is a beautiful place, but at the same time, could be a bit rough. So now, KDB, Jesus, or Sterling. I like KDB the most. I think Jesus is great, but you still have the rotation risk with Aguero also coming back after international break, from what I'm hearing. Sterling, I love Sterling. I think he's a great player. For me personally, I like KDB more. I think he is a phenomenal player. If you look at shot creation actions per 90, he is in first by far. This dude gets a ton of attempted assists off. If Aguero's not on the pitch, he's on penalties. He still gets a lot of shots off himself. KDB, dude, is world class. Incredible midfielder. Best midfielder since Carly Lloyd. Kobe says, "Can you check my team? Penchester United. Nice. Yeah, I'll check it real quick, Kobe." Swoop, there it is. Anyone into college football by chance? Oh! Yeah, anyone into college football? I'm probably not going to get that for a while. Manchester United. 75 points last week. What a good week, man. Yeah, Bruno. I like Bruno for the future. I mean, United still scare me, but Kane, Bamford, DCL, Click, Grealish, Son, Bruno, Zuma, Kilman, Chilwell, Mendy. I like your squad a lot, man. You got Castani on the bench. Hamas. I'm assuming Hamas would come in for Click. I would get rid of Saiss to save up some money so you can make a bigger move somewhere else. Like maybe you could upgrade Bamford to Antonio when healthy. Castani is out till after international break, but when he comes back, he's a great option. This is a good squad, man. I really like what you've done with the place. Yeah, I like it a lot. Chilwell's great. Zuma's great. Kilman's a great option at 4.3. Even if he doesn't play, you have Castania coming back after break. I would just downgrade Saiss to somebody else so I can afford to bring in. You can even downgrade him to like a 3.9 defender, so you could save that extra 1.4 mil. Maybe bring in so I can afford to bring in like Mo Salah for Bruno, or even afford you to go Son to KDB, something like that. But I like your squad a lot, man. That's a nice squad. I like it a lot. Again, for me, I would just get rid of Saiss. That'd be my only opinion. Because I like Hamas. Hamas comes in for Click. Gustani comes in for Kilman from time to time. Did I just squeak there? But yes, I would get rid of Saiss. So once fixtures flip, you can then trade out Son for like KDB or Mo Salah or something. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes in here. Hopefully that helps, Kobe. I can look at it more after the stream. I'm just super behind on comments, so I want to catch up. This is my favorite FPL stream now. I hope the other ones watched. Hope the other ones I watched don't see this comment. Yeah, I won't tell nobody, man. I also appreciate that, man, a lot. I really do. I just try. At the end of the day, I just try to make this as fun as possible and just create an opportunity, a platform for the FPL community to come together and laugh a little bit. And I won't use that as leverage against other FPL channels. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. I definitely won't use that as leverage. But I do appreciate that. Tell me which ones you watch so I can. Yeah, Alex about to receive a lot of hate mail from the likes of Nathan Bacon and Let's Talk FPL, man. All those guys are probably like, that FPL Don, that idiot. Oh man, that dude talks about hip hop more than he talks about FPL. That dude talks about Rihanna more than he talks about Timo Werner, and rightfully so. Let's see, Brian. If I just join league, will I start on 0 points? No, you have your points. You'll have your points. I think. I don't think that gets factored into it at all. You get jumped right into the league like it is normally. I think you jumped in the right time because like I have a monthly, like I can do it by month, so I can see who had the best score in October, who had the best score in November, and so you're jumping in right as the November weekend starts, and so you can look at that to see how you do in month by month. So I think you should be fine. Thomas says, who's a better option in 1 week's time, Richarlison or Hamas? I like Hamas more. They're getting pretty close in price now, though, aren't they? Let me check that. Because that's a good question. I feel like that's an incredible question. I never even thought about that. Everton. Where are they at in price now? Richarlison 7-8. So Hamas is officially more expensive, just different positions, obviously. So Hamas is more expensive by 0.1. I personally like Hamas more. In my opinion, I think he does a lot more for the squad. And he's a midfielder, which helps a lot, but that's tough. Because DCL, they're all about the same price now, huh? So you don't have to worry about that. In my opinion, I like Hamas more than Richarlison. But Richarlison is on penalties when healthy, if that factors into things. Richarlison still gets a ton of shots off every game. I think you can do a lot worse than either of those guys. But for me personally, I like Hamas. If you're looking to up it, I think the biggest thing I would have to ask is what you're going to do with your midfield, right? So if I want to bring in KDB and Hamas as the way to go out, I still wanted an Everton asset, then I could, use my forward spot, and if I don't like any forwards, I can use that for him. So, yeah, for me personally, I just like Hamas. He's involved in everything. He's getting a ton of attempted assists off. He's still getting a good amount of shots off too, so he can score and assist in any given game. That's me personally. Robbo doesn't seem to attack like last season. Robbo was getting forward a lot in the first 5 game weeks or so, but these last 2 he's really taken his foot off the gas a little bit. But he still gets a ton of touches off ton of touches in their attacking third, a ton of touches in the box. I still like Robbo. I still think he's a good asset to have, but I'm just worried about that price tag and Van Dijk being out. I think Richarlison comes back next week, right after the international break. I haven't fully checked that out yet. Kobe says, I'm thinking about getting Vestergaard to replace Saiss. The only thing I would say against that is, for me personally, I don't like having too much money on my bench. And Vestergaard would be probably your 5th defender because you still have Zuma, Chilwell. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember back. Chilwell, Zuma, Kilman, Castagna. And so, yeah, Vestergaard would be your 5th defender. You're not going to really play your 5th defender that much. And Vestergaard is a great opportunity. If you're looking to like substitute players in and out based off of obviously fixtures and stuff, then I think that's a good shout. But for me personally, I like having my 5th defender just be a super cheap option. But that's me. If you were looking to rotate in and out, I think Vestergaard's a good player. He has a great opportunity to get some attacking returns. Noah Richarlison is fit and ready to go. He got 3-minute span. Is he going to play this weekend, Richarlison? I haven't fully checked that. I should check that. I'll check that right now. It's suspended until November 21st. So he's out till next game week. So he's coming back into a great run of fixtures for Richarlison. Let me go back. I want to see what his selection is right now. Even with dead teams. 4% selection. So you're getting an incredible differential if you're looking at a chance to climb the rankings and you really want to seek out a differential. Because Hamas is 30% owned. That's actually less than I expected. Wow, he's gone down a lot. Anyway, I'm so far behind. Take a shot for every time I say I'm far behind and my camera goes off. Where are we at? The whole city behind us. I think we're Richarlison. I'm thinking about getting. Okay, saw that. Alex, I was considering that too, Kobe, but I just don't trust Southampton. Southampton's. I'm interested to see how they play without Ings. Yeah, Richarlison being back for Fulham, that is looking good. Thomas says, I think I'll bring Richarlison in and captain him versus Fulham. That's a great shout. I still think because Tottenham plays City, and so I wouldn't want to captain anyone in that game week. I don't know exactly who Liverpool play. I haven't looked at Leicester. Leicester are good defensively, even with injuries. Excuse me. And Chelsea play Newcastle. So there might be better options out there because I think United play West Brom in game week 9. So there might be better options out there, but I don't know how many people actually own United assets right now. But Richarlison being captain versus Fulham, I think that's a great shout. People are not going to be happy if Kane doesn't score. Can you imagine the scenes if Kane blanks? Imagine if Kane blanks against West Brom. You're going to have probably I'm going to guess it's going to be something outrageous. 50% of FPL are going to be captaining Harry Kane. Probably 3 million people captain him, or half of live teams. So you're going to get a ton of people captaining him. If he doesn't score, Twitter is going to be so fun to be scrolling through, man. Oh, that's going to be great. All right, I guess I got to start thinking of some jokes for my team selection video if he doesn't score. I got some good stories I guess I could share. Let's see. Every now and again, but not all the time. Great cheat. Not had Son or Zuma for 5 game weeks and still in 422. That right there says that nobody is essential. You can always find ways around that. If you didn't have Harry Kane and you had Bamford and Callum Wilson instead, you'd be in a great position. You probably might have more points, or somewhere around the same amount of points. But no one is essential. If you did have Son, obviously that would have helped a lot. But my camera! I thought I just reset that. Yeah, 422 points after these game weeks without having Son is quite the feat. Triple captain is the best during double game week. Then even if one goes 2 points, it's still 6. Another game still to play. Don't think playing triple captain is worth it at all. I mean, that's a fair point, but you can also have him blank both games. I don't know. It's tough. Like last year, you had Mane. Shout out everyone who captained Mane, triple captain Mane last season. He came away with 3 points from a triple captain. Absolutely gutting. But I personally, I like saving for double game week for that reason alone. If they blank both games, they come away with 12 points to the triple captaincy chip. That's my thoughts. But again, if you think it's best to use it now, and if Kane, like if you were to triple captain Kane, Kane for when he played West Ham United or Southampton, he came away with like 16 points. 16 points, double game week or not, is an incredible triple captaincy chip. Werner plays well off of the striker he played off Pulisic to the left. Why can't I read right now? Werner plays well off the striker he played off of Pulisic at Leipzig. From what I've seen with Werner, he knows how to make great runs. At such a young age, I think that's a great thing for a striker, especially with his speed. I like Werner, man. He's definitely on my radar. Definitely on my radar. The front three rotates. Yeah, I've seen that too. Pulisic will have times where he kind of goes in the center. It's almost like a little like Barcelona have been doing lately, where Pulisic will be playing at the left wing, but then Werner will come out wide. Pulisic will play high. Keeps defenders on their toes. James Dicker says, my team is Martinez, Forster, alike. Robbo, James, Saiss, Lamptey, Mitchell, Salah, Son, Zaha, Havertz, Burke, Kane, DCL, Watkins. I want to take out Havertz and Saiss, but also Robertson potentially. I have 2 free transfers. What should I do? With the fires you have on your squad, I would get rid of Saiss and Havertz first. Is Robbo going to get many points against City? I would expect not, but he still has a decent run of fixtures with Leicester, Brighton, Wolverhampton. Not the best, but a decent run there. I would hold on to Robbo for that little bit of time and see if he can kind of get things clicking and kind of get a couple points out of it. But for me, I think your biggest fire on your squad would be to get rid of Saiss and Havertz, and upgrade those. For me personally, I don't know exactly what I would do with the moves off the top of my head. Maybe Saiss to Bellerin, maybe Saiss to Cancelo, Saiss to Diaz. And then Havertz to, you can go Ziyech if you want. You could drop down to Grealish if you would like. I know he's playing Arsenal, but Grealish still good for the long run. You could maybe use that funds to upgrade. I don't know. That's what I would do. But it's hard around that price range. Outside of the Chelsea assets, that midfield is like Son at 9.6 or 9.7, whatever he is right now, is great, but then there's a huge drop off outside of Chelsea until like Grealish and Zaha, in my opinion, at like 7.4. And so I think that's what I would do. Saiss and Havertz would be gone. Kobe says, believe in Ole. He just needs some time to stop his favoritism and give Donny more game time. Yeah, how did Van de Beek look? Because he played as like a cam. If I saw that, I didn't get to see the first half. I only saw like the last 30 minutes or so. But I saw Van de Beek was playing as almost like a cam. But Ole just loves sticking with the same exact lineup all the time, huh? So there you go. United fam still believes in Ole. Ali, hope you're doing good. I'm doing really well. Hope you're doing really well too, Ali. Sterling and Semedo out for Kufal and Ziyech. What are my thoughts? Ooh. I like Sterling a lot. You're going to see his fixtures really flip in 2 weeks. If you look at his run of fixtures in 2 weeks, he's got Liverpool this week, Tottenham next week. If you're willing to, I'm personally trying to bring in a City attacker, and so it's hard for me to say to get rid of one right now, unless you're maybe looking forward to bringing him back in 2 game weeks. Semedo, I could see getting rid of Semedo. His fixtures get really tough here in the future, so I could see why you'd want to get rid of him, and he's not providing as much attacking as some thought. For Kufal is a cheap option on a decent West Ham side. I'm running out of water here. Great. I like Ziyech. It's just hard for me to get rid of Sterling personally. Maybe just use one transfer and get rid of Semedo and bring in Kufal and have that extra money in the bank. But it's hard. It would be hard for me to get rid of Sterling, even with Liverpool this week and Tottenham next week, unless you were planning on bringing him back in 2 game weeks time, or bringing KDB in 2 game weeks time. But hope you're doing well, man. Hope life's good for you right now. Ole needs to go. We need Pochettino. We don't need Ole. He doesn't know what's best for his best 11 and can't seem to get the best out of likes of Pogba and Martial. There you go. Then we have mixed feelings on Ole right now. It's tough, man. Yeah, I love Pogba too. I just hope he can. I hope he. I don't know. Finds a system that works for him. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone asking about Aubameyang. No one's asking me about Obs, man. I feel like this whole season we've kind of just put him on the afterburners. In preseason, everyone was. Let me go to this website. Preseason, everyone was saying how Aubameyang was a season keeper. He's a must-have. There's no way he's leaving my squad. And now no one's talking about him, which is wild. He's still at 11% live ownership right now. I gotta plug in my computer. Give me 1 second. He's still at 11% ownership. That's not the right one. Where's my cord for my camera? Or for my laptop? Is it all the way over there? Of course it is. Give me 1 sec. You're gonna have a blank screen for 1 sec. But Aubameyang did just score. Aubameyang did just score against. He did score last week, but it also was off a penalty, and so I don't know if it was. I don't know how much thought you could put into that. He's averaging less than 2 shots per game, Aubameyang right now. But of course, he's a great player. Anything can change at any given time. I just don't like how Arsenal look moving forward. Maybe Partey kind of helps out a little bit, and they can control the ball a little more and be able to look better going forward as far as Aubameyang. He's got Villa next, Leeds, Wolverhampton, Tottenham, Burnley, Southampton. I mean, Leeds looks like a good option for him. Villa, I mean, Aubameyang can score against anybody. But only 2 goals this season, 1 assist, I believe. Just less than 2 shots. His underlying stats don't look great. Arsenal don't look that great moving forward. But again, he's such a quality player that anytime he can really switch and get hot. But with City's run of fixtures coming up that look really good, Liverpool still look really good attacking wise. It would be hard for me to spend money on Aubameyang when those guys are on my radar. I don't know. What do you think about Aubameyang, Alex? Think they're really starting to get to gel? I suspect Chelsea being one of the highest scoring teams in the near future. I think so too. They're just every week I feel like we're saying they're almost healthy. They're almost back together. Let's see what they can do. And they just keep having setback after setback as far as their attacking line goes. Like Ziyech is starting to finally get some consistent playing time. Pulisic gets hurt. Now Pulisic isn't as bad as they thought it was, but now Havertz is out with COVID. And so I just want to see him together, man. I want to see how they play together. Every manager should know which players click in their teams, but Ole seems to not know, or doesn't seem to know. Ole doesn't even know his team's strength. It's very interesting, man. It's tough. I'm not sure about Ole personally. I don't know if his tactics really fit, but I'm not a United supporter, so it's hard for me to really comment on it. Last season, Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood are fired. After the reset, everyone was tripling up on United. Like, it was almost to the point where you didn't want a United defender because their attackers were so hot. You had to get in Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, and Bruno. You got to find a way to get any of those guys into your squad. And man, they were on fire last season, but they've quickly come back to earth this year. I'm hoping they can get running again. They have a good run of fixtures coming up, so I can't see why they can't. Was watching videos in the background and somehow ended up on your channel on the live stream. Thank you, YouTube algorithm, I guess. See here. I don't know how I got here, but I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, man. I don't know how you got here. I don't know I hope you stay though. Miss Sexy Diva says Cancelo or Diaz. I like Cancelo a lot. I think he's the better option, but for me it's just he's more of a rotation risk than Diaz is. I think Diaz is nailed on. He's a great defender. He's 0.1 more, but Cancelo just creates so many opportunities for his teammates. He gets so high up the pitch. He has great opportunity for not only attacking returns but clean sheets as well with the great run of fixtures they have. When I watch Cancelo at Juventus, I think he played as a right wing in some games if I'm not mistaken. My camera. I think Cancelo plays as a right wing if I'm not mistaken, and so I like Cancelo more, but it's just the rotation risk. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find a way to bring Cancelo into my squad. I'll leave it at that. But Diaz is a great option. My team: McCarthy, McCarthy. I like Cody, Zuma, Chilwell. Scroll down a little bit. Zuma, KDB, Son, Rashford, Salah, Kane, Vardy, Aguero. Ooh, heavy hitters up front, man. Is this you're messing with me again. That's way too much cash. Ain't nobody got that much cash, man. KDB, Son, Rashford, Salah, Kane, Vardy, Aguero, Ederson on your bench, James and Bale. No way. Controller player always out here trying to pull me leg in it. If that's your team, man, I'm jealous is an understatement. I don't know. Let's see. Bought Tellus and don't use him. Yeah, Tellus is an interesting one. Is it him being sick and him being out of favor? Because I like Tellus a lot from what I saw of him at Porto, and his stats look great, but he just hasn't played, man. Luke Shaw's getting all the money. Cavani in for Bruno. The first goal, Cavani came in for Bruno. Yeah, I was surprised to see Bruno leave. Very interesting move. The first goal was United mentally. All the defenders came to nod the ball and pass the ball from the corner. Only Matic was there. Yeah, maybe they just need to shake up a manager and kind of move things around a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. The league code is Z. Let me bring it up real quick. It's in the description below, but if you want the league code, it is P8XY2K. I should memorize that. P8XY2K. Code is also in the description below. I'm so far behind. I'm thinking of changing Son to KDB and DCL to Jesus and keep Kane. I like that move. I'm just worried about rotation with Gabriel, but I like that a lot. Only Matic was there. Oh yeah, I read that. Sorry. Is there a league prize or just for fun? I'm trying to think right now. I'm trying to find if there's a way that I could get a league prize. I don't know. Should I try to reach out for some sponsors or something for a league prize? I don't know. I shout out everyone every week who's ever in first place, whether in the monthly category or in the overall category. I try shouting them out. But as far as prizes, my screen's not looking good. But as far as prizes, I don't have any. I wish I did. I'm trying to think of that currently. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'd definitely be interested to do that. Just made a change, Saiss to Vestergaard. I like it. Miss Sexy Diva, when I want to drop Kane to Wilson or Antonio, then replace Son or Rashford for Salah and KDB. Love that. Kane to Wilson or Antonio. Losing Kane would obviously be tough, but Antonio I like a lot. They replaced Son or Rashford for Salah and KDB. I love that move. Zaid, advice about my team, Milano Kings. Let me look it up real quick. I really got to catch up. Donatello's. Advice about my team, Milano Kings CF. Come on, baby. Hugo Lloris in goal. Interesting move. I haven't seen too many Hugo Llorises back there. Konsa, Bernardo. Bernardo, I'm assuming, came in because somebody was Saiss. Okay, so Saiss is out. Robertson, Podence is good at his price. Son, Salah, Rashford, DCL, Bamford, Jimenez. Off the top of my head, your defense needs a little bit of work. I would probably take out Saiss or someone more nailed on if you can afford. I don't know how much money's in your bank. I'll look real quick. You got 3.5 in your bank. Oh my gosh, you got a lot of stuff you could do. You could bring out Saiss for maybe Chilwell, Zuma, something like that. Maybe even Bellerin, Diaz, Cancelo. Those are some good options. You can upgrade. You have some money to upgrade. Maybe Rashford to KDB, Son to KDB. You can upgrade Podence to Grealish or Zaha, something like that. Maybe you can even drop down Jimenez because Jimenez's fixtures get really tough and the Wolverhampton don't look good going forward. Maybe you could switch Jimenez, drop him out. Just off the top of my brain, that's some stuff that I would do. Hopefully that helps. I decided to take a shot challenge writing this. From a hospital bed on an IV drip. You're welcome, Alex. That sounds like a great night, man. That's hilarious. Should I bench Trump or Biden? Could you bench both? Is that a possibility? Who would you have coming up off the bench? Tired of voting for 80-year-olds, man. Let's see. When is the next stream? The next stream will be Sunday after the last match is concluded, so that'll be around. Whoop whoop! Sound of the police. So after the Arsenal Villa match, I'll be live streaming. I'm assuming it'll be around. I don't know. Just some pretty recently after that match concludes. I don't know exactly what time that would be. California time is probably going to be about like 1:15, 1:30, so maybe 9 o'clock London time, 9:30 London time. I don't know exact time. Somewhere around there. We should also consider DCL against Maguire. That'll be interesting, man. I mean, Lindelof's big, Maguire's big, but I want to see what DCL can do against those guys. They're definitely slow, so we'll see what he can do there. Is Maguire a fridge or a rugby player? I can't tell. Maguire is an 80 million pound player, man. I don't know what it is, but shout out him for that. Shout out Lester for getting that money, man. I feel like Maguire, if he didn't come over for so much money, I feel like he wouldn't be hated as much. But yeah, he's definitely had a lot to work on defensively. His lateral quickness definitely has to move on, or definitely has to catch up. I'm a United fan. I feel bad for any United manager who want one of the likes of Haaland, who, in my opinion, is already world class. Dude, he is so good. Oh, he scored 2 yesterday for Dortmund, right? Oh my! I think I read the other day too that Barcelona were. This was like when Haaland was a lot younger even than he is now, because he's still a teenager, right? They're looking at bringing in like Haaland or like some other player. I don't remember who it was, but they were so young. I can't get mad at Barca for not actually pulling the trigger and bringing him in. But, oh, he is so good. I don't know how much longer, because his contract is still 2 years, right, for Dortmund. And Dortmund, as we saw with Sancho, they're not going to let Haaland go for anything short of 250 mil probably. Dude is phenomenal. He scored against every Champions League team he's played against. That's crazy. And hasn't had great recruitment, missed out on the likes of Sancho. That one hurts, man. If Sancho was on United, it would definitely help. It's not going to fix all their problems, but it definitely helps. Come on, Sancho, come to Barcelona, man. Do you think Donny should be starting Kobe? He looks like he should. Let's see what Kobe says. Wanted Grealish, got Van de Beek. Wanted Haaland, got Cavani. Wanted Reguilon, but got Telles. Wanted Sancho, but got Ahmad and Pulisic. Is that real? Yeesh. I'm surprised Grealish didn't leave. On a side note, I thought Grealish was for sure going to move to United or somewhere bigger. I didn't think he would re-sign with Villa. Props to him, though, man. Yeah, Haaland, man. Oh, I wonder who he's going to go after Dortmund. Because at this point, he could... I feel like he only went to Dortmund because he didn't want to make that huge jump just yet. He still wanted to develop a little bit more, and Dortmund's a great place to do so. But now, he can go anywhere in the world. Like, there's not one squad, I think, that wouldn't want him. Where are we at? And Grealish could play on the wing. Has a great delivery. Reminds me of... yeah. Cavani plays and stays. Could be top class. I like Cavani. I just don't know how he fits on the squad. They're not giving him much of a chance. I mean, they're subbing him in late in the matches, but I'm really curious what they're going to do with Cavani. And again, if Telles plays, he gets a ton of crosses off. That's kind of his playing style. And Cavani is a big dude, and he could finish a lot of Telles' crosses, man. Let's see. Pogba shouldn't have left Juve. He was trying to go back, right? If I'm not mistaken, he's trying to go back to Juve. I mean, Real Madrid still wants him, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he just doesn't fit at United, man. He was world class at Juve. Kobe, I think we should sell him, and let's see. A lot of talk back and forth between them. We'll let that be that, because I got to catch up on comments. Ooh, I'm getting pretty close. Hope European Super League doesn't happen. Would ruin Premier League and football. I agree. I don't know why they're trying to push this Super League. I mean, you're essentially saying Champions League will be over, because why would I play Champions League? Because the European Super League would essentially be all the biggest squads from the biggest leagues, right? And so Premier League would take a hit, La Liga would take a hit, Bundesliga would take a hit, and Champions League would take a hit. I feel like it would be terrible for football, personally. My camera. Did that mean they have to give you another IV injection if I say that, Alex? Let's see. Do you promote the channel on Reddit and stuff? No, I'm terrible at promoting, honestly. I'm so bad at it. The only thing I have is a Twitter, and even then I feel like I'm just so bad with Twitter, man. I do a terrible job promoting, if I'm being completely honest. I don't even have a Reddit, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should do a better job. Maybe I should do a better job promoting. Kanye coming off the bench. If Kanye could come off the bench and just drop albums every year, I would like that, man. I still got to think of the best Kanye albums. What are the best Kanye albums? My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy would definitely be one. But yeah, Kanye already resigned and said he's going to run for 2024. So I have Reece James, Zuma. James says I have Reece James, Zuma, and Chilwell in my defense. Is that a good idea? Tripling up on Chelsea. I think it's a good idea for this week against Sheffield, but you're playing a big risk, man. It could, no risk it, no biscuit, right? In my opinion, I don't think that's a good idea, especially because if Chelsea's attacks start clicking, then you're not going to be able to get in Pulisic or Werner or Ziyech or anybody like that. So that's tough, man. But you never know. At the end of the week, you could be coming back on Sunday to the stream and say, "Hey, look, I came away with 20 points from my 3 defenders." Also, what's my total points? I've had a horrible start to the season. That's not me. I'm at 350, 347. I've had a horrible start to the season. I'm hoping I can get back on track. I had a good week last week, but we'll see what happens. Haaland is Ibra reincarnated. Haaland is Ibra, but but fast. Like, Haaland is quick. But yeah, and without the MMA moves. I'm going to wrap this stream up. I'm going to wrap the stream up here in a little bit. Any last questions you want to get in, go ahead and get them in. But I'm going to wrap this stream up here in a little bit. Also, thanks to everyone for showing up and being so active. It's been another fun stream, man. Thank you, everybody. But I'll wrap this up here in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. I think Haaland will be gone soon. I think he has a cheap release clause like Werner and Upamecano. I also want Upamecano. I hope I said his name right. I hope, please come to Barcelona. He looks like such a good center back, man. He looks so good. 70 mil, that's it? 50 mil that becomes active in 2021. 50 million pounds, 70 mil euros. That's so cheap. Oh my gosh. Why wouldn't they put a higher release clause on him? They knew how good he was going into the squad. Hasn't Bart just joined the European Super League? Who cares? Bart's gone, man. See ya. He definitely wanted to, though. Yeah, I think so. I think he was very interested in it. Instead of Spurs, he just loves ruining football. Instead of Spurs assets for captain, how about Fernals versus Fulham this week? If that's the way you want to go for it. I would definitely say to captain Spurs over everything, personally, but that's me. Yeah, it's just so hard to. There's not many other good captaincy options right now, and Kane and Son are just by far the best. You should get Reddit. Maybe I think a lot of people promote on there. I think it has a big FPL community, but not sure. I'll check it out. I don't even know how it, I don't really go on Reddit unless I like Google searches bring me there, you know what I mean? So would I have to have an FPL done? Would I use it almost like Twitter? I don't even know how I would use it, to be completely honest. I don't even know how I would use it. I got to do better at promoting. I got to do better with Twitter. I got to do better, I don't know, maybe come up with an Instagram account. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just love talking about football. I really want to do another YouTube channel and have 2 going at the same time, where I'm able to play football and talk about it, because I can do a thing like do football challenges like dizzy pens or trick shots. I don't know, just stuff like that. I really want to do that side of football as well. I don't know. I also want to start a podcast. I feel like I'd be better on podcasts than I would be on YouTube. On YouTube, I'm just talking to myself in front of a camera when I do my team selection videos. I feel like I do better when talking with other people. I really want to do a podcast, man. It's just having my buddy actually go through with it. I think that's where I want to transition to. I'm not good with graphic design. My hair looks wild in this, innit? I'm not the best with graphic design. I'm not the best with editing, but I feel like if I have another person talking, we could just jabber jaw about the random stuff. This channel deserves big numbers. I don't know, man. I just love making people laugh. I appreciate that comment. But, yeah, I appreciate it. Definitely do. Up's coming to Liverpool. Up's coming to Liverpool. Jota versus Man City or Bamford versus Palace. Bamford versus Palace. I like Jota a lot. He's on an incredible hot streak right now. It's just playing time for me. You know what I mean? He's on. If I had to come up with my radar, I'm actually thinking about Alex. Would this be a good idea? Because I'm not trying to be. I don't want this channel to be the. I don't want to be the guy that claims to be great at FPL, because I'm not. Right? I want to be the guy that makes FPL fun, makes people laugh, brings hip hop into FPL, stuff like that. I just want to make people happy. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking about making a video of like players on my watch list going into this game week. Not so much players that I want to buy on the weekend, but like for example, I think Diogo Jota is a great pick, or is on my watch list. Not somebody that I would have this week because I don't know if he's going to start. What are they going to do with Firmino? Stuff like that. So I want to have him on my watch list. I want to see what Shea Adams can do without Danny Ings. I don't want Shea Adams this week, but I would like to know in the future. And it would give me another video, give me more opportunity for me to, or like, who else would I bring in? Sorry. I'm also super interested to see how, if Cancelo gets consistent playing time, how Arsenal's defense looks. And it'll give me another video to give me more output on YouTube, so for people to look up. But I don't know. But going back to Jota, I think Bamford against Palace is a better option than Jota is, strictly because I don't know what they're going to do with Firmino and Jota. Simple as that. But if Jota gets playing time, put him into my squad. No question. As a legendary Boona says, inject Jota into my squad ASAP. I think that's how the Germans do it. 43 million for Werner. Yeah, even that. Like, I'm sitting here as a Barcelona fan. I'm sitting here watching us pay like 100+ mil for Dembele, 100+ mil for Griezmann. I still hope those guys really start clicking and really come onto their own. I still like them as players, but we're paying so much for these players. And then here we have Chelsea, who are getting Havertz on an absolute deal. We're getting Werner on an absolute deal. Or you guys got Werner on an absolute deal. Ziyech for an absolute deal. And then Bayern are getting like Davies on a great deal. They're getting they got Lewandowski on a great deal. I think Mueller was free. Was Lewandowski? Anyway, they just I'm just so jealous, man. Let's see. As prices aren't as inflated outside of the Prem. Outside of Barcelona, man. Just freaking Barcelona, man. Yeah, this channel will blow up either way. I hope so. I mean, I want it to. I'm just super nervous too going into, because I'm starting grad school in 2 months, and I won't have much time to create content. I don't know what I'm going to do for team selection videos. I don't know if I'm going to have one every week. I looked at my schedule for physical therapy school, and Mondays I'm at school from 8 in the morning till like 6 at night, Mondays and Wednesdays. And so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this channel when I start grad school, but I'm still planning on at least streaming once a week. So we'll see what happens. But I definitely want this channel for the long run. For sure. Kobe, this channel is really underrated. I appreciate that, Kobe. I don't know. What a Jay-Z. I'd rather be overpaid than underrated. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's underrated or not. I just try to make this as best as possible and make this as fun of a channel as possible. Just get better every day. Just like in life. Always get better every day. Yeah, it's just because people don't know. I just discovered it recently, and straight away I liked it. If I knew earlier, it's just hard. A hard part with creating FPL. This is why I always shout out like Americans Talk FPL, FPL Ibrahim. I know he's in school, so he's not making videos as much. FPL graduates. I like to shout out those that are just starting, because there's so many people making FPL content. It's just so hard to crack. You know what I mean? Like if you look at FPL Mate, he started off last season, and he only had he didn't have 1,000 subscribers until this season, and then he started blowing up because everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's really good." So I don't know. It's just hard to crack, man. There's a ton of people. Yeah, that's good, Vid, because I got a lot of players and more coming up that can't take in yet because of fixtures, no transfers left, and loads of players coming to light still so early. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe a video like that. I don't know if any other people are doing, any other FPL content creators are doing. I know people do watch lists, but it's more of like watch lists to bring in this week, and I'm looking at like future plans, right? I know that's redundant. Shout out New Girl. But my camera. But again, I'm thinking about making these videos where it's just like, hey, this weekend when you're watching Diogo Jota, see how much playing time he gets, see if he plays as a striker, if he goes to Cam, is he going to play winger? Let's see how his team reacts, and kind of just, I don't know. That's my thoughts. Where am I at? Yeah, I think it was the same, bro. Who did I vote for? I knew I was going to get this question in this stream, and I was kind of deciding if I wanted to answer that question or not, because it's such a hot topic in the United States for sure that you almost like you're going to get. It's just such a hot topic. I don't know if I want to answer that question. I don't mind answering it, I guess, but I'm just debating if I want to or not. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I don't like either candidate. If we want to get into politics, just real, I don't like either candidate. I'll say that, and I definitely, yeah. The crazy thing is too, I just don't know if I want to. Don't vote it. Yeah, I voted. It sucks because I so look how much I'm struggling to talk. I never struggled to talk. A gift my mama gave me. I ended up voting for Biden because when you have friends you see every day, because I don't like Biden either. But I have so many friends that I see every day that I could see how much Trump being president and the things that he does really destroy them, to the point where like some people are scared for their lives, some people are nervous, have so much anxiety over the future because of Trump. I don't want to get into this too much, but yeah, I see too much hate, and I just love positivity, man. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still streaming. I'm just wrapping it up right here, MK. I'm getting some last questions in, and then I'm calling it a day. And unfortunately, I got to go to work. Dang it. But yeah, that's who I did vote for. But let's see. Try collabing with some of the other FPL YouTubers and getting your name out there, because you're a very likable person. Thank you. I appreciate that. So people will come support your channel. I actually, you know what's funny is I just got a collab right before I started the stream. Let me make sure I know who it is. It's crap, I'm on the wrong. Give me 1 sec. I just have a collab opportunity right now. I wish I had more collab opportunities personally. I love doing, again, I like doing collabs more than I like doing solo videos. That's why I want to do the podcast with my buddy, because it's more entertaining, it's more engaging. I feel like it's just more fun for me, and I could be myself more when I'm with other people than I am with in front of a camera. With Everything Arsenal, I just got a collab opportunity with Everything Arsenal. I think he was on here, Glenn Knightley. Anyway, yeah, I have a collab opportunity with that. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do with that yet, but I'm super excited about that one, man. Let's see. It's a good channel because you're interactive and like. Oh yeah, did I read that one? No, I didn't. And likable and chill and dedicated with good streams. A lot of channels are shadier. I don't want to. Yeah, I'll leave that one to your guys' opinions. More drama and stuff than more anger. I prefer the positivity. Yeah, I just, at the end of the day, like I was lucky in life at a young age that I found that my purpose in life was just to make people laugh and make people smile. So I'm kind of blessed knowing what my route is, and I don't think FPL is any different, man. I just like making people laugh, man. I never thought it would be through FPL, because I didn't start playing till last season. I always thought it would be more of like a Steve-O kind of a thing, which I definitely have those videos, and yeah, my body's hurting from some of those, man. What are your thoughts on my transfer Saiss to Vestergaard? I like Vestergaard a lot. I think he has a great opportunity to get a couple goals here and there. I don't really trust their defense as well, but I like getting rid of Saiss, period. I think Saiss's time is gone. Yeah, I like Vestergaard. It's just, I just don't trust that defense that much. That's my only thing. But I like getting rid of Saiss. Yeah, welcome back, MK. The streams, yeah, I think I talked about them. I think I answered that earlier. The stream's ending here in a minute. I'm just answering a couple more questions before I head out. This could be about anything, any random. It could be about. I started watching Fresh Prince again. I forgot how great Fresh Prince is. I was trying to rank my top 5 comedies all time. We could talk about anything. Just enjoy life. especially because right now is a very, very tough time in the world. Appreciate that, Brian. Appreciate that. I'm from Southern California, born and raised. I've lived in other places. So like, I went to school in Utah. I have family in Idaho that I was there for a little bit. I lived in England for a while, and I'm trying to go back and live in England again. I want to live in England in the future. I think if I had like an ultimate goal, like the goal of all goals, where it's like, Sean, what's the craziest dream you have? I want to own or be like a part-time owner for some random team in the UK. I'm not talking like Chelsea or anything like that. There's no way I can make that much money. But like Biddeford FC, shout out Biddeford one time, something like that. But yeah, from Southern California, born in Long Beach. Big part of it's the YouTube algorithm. It's hard to get on the front pages, but it's just about being committed, mixed with a good channel, which you'd have. I'm no expert, but yeah, the YouTube algorithm is so it's so frustrating, man, because I don't know how to crack it. You know what I mean? Like, if obviously likes help, the amount of likes, dislikes, the amount of how many people watch, how long they watch it for. I've done some research on that, but it's crazy because I'll have like one video. I'll post a video and it'll get like a ton of views, and it'll just be on the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see it get suggested all the time. And then I'll be like, cool, and I'll do the same exact thing for the next video. I'll make it the same length. I'll use the same tags, post at the same time on the same day. I'll try to make it even better because I try to get better and better with each one. And then that one will just get nowhere near the same amount of views, but it has an even higher click rate. So I don't know, dude. The YouTube algorithm is a lot like trying to have a girl go on a date with me. I just can't figure out how to do it. Do I have Netflix? Yeah, I have Netflix. I'm currently excited right now on Netflix to watch the Chappelle Show. I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan. He's my favorite comedian of all time. So I'm super excited to go and rewatch the Chappelle Show right now on Netflix. And I'm out of water. I don't even know why I'm trying to drink. My throat's a little sore. Top 5 TV shows from Scotland. I heard Scotland's beautiful. I've always wanted to go to Scotland, man. I was actually planning on going to Scotland before, I was planning on going back to Europe. So I went a year and a half ago, but I went to like Spain and Italy, and I went back to London for a little bit. But I'm planning on going. I wanted to go to Scotland and Ireland and whatnot, but I hear it's beautiful there. Shout out Manchester too. Manchester's a good city. Thoughts on Pochettino? I'll go back to the top 5 TV shows here in a little bit. Thoughts on Pochettino? I think he's a great manager. I don't know. They sacked him obviously because Jose is Jose, but I like Pochettino a lot. I'm a big fan. A lot of Barcelona supporters wanted to bring him into our squad, but I think he said, "quote There's no way I'll ever coach for Barcelona, so he'll never go to Barca." But I'm a big fan of his, man. He took Tottenham to Champions League final. I know he didn't win any trophies for Tottenham, but they're always up in there. Leicester pretty much stole away their Premier League trophy a few years ago. Again, they won. Get out of here, mosquito. He took them to the Champions League final. That's incredible. Top 5 TV shows all time. Ooh, Breaking Bad's got to be up there. I really like The Wire. I'm almost done with The Wire. No spoilies, please. I don't watch too many TV shows out of that. I like 24. 24 was a good show. I don't watch too many TV shows other than comedies. I'm more of a comedy TV show kind of guy. So I still haven't watched The Sopranos. That's on my to-do list. I haven't watched Yellowstone, I hear is good. I haven't watched many big TV shows, but Breaking Bad, I love Breaking Bad. As far as top 5 comedy TV shows all time, that one's I put so much effort into that the past 3 weeks. I don't even know where I would. That 4th and 5th spot are just so annoying to me. I can't figure it out. The only thing I have in my top 5 comedy TV shows all time are the front 3 are solidified and ain't going nowhere. Wish I lived in London so I could go watch Chelsea games. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I always say I was broke back then, so I couldn't go watch. It was too expensive for me. All my money went to rent and chicken and chips. But I lived in southwest London. It's pretty much like outside of Clapham Common. It's like a city called Streatham. But my heart belongs in Brixton. But I spent a lot of time in Brixton and Battersea Park, which is like right next door to Chelsea. But I just didn't have any money, man. Didn't have any money. It's just so expensive to live in London. I could barely afford rent. But yeah, I want to go to Chelsea games so bad. So bad. I want to see Pulisic play. Who do I support for Premier League? I don't have any. My camera. I don't have any Premier League squads that I go for. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to be able to go to a city and really indulge in the atmosphere, right? So I'm a Barcelona fan. Before I went to a Barcelona game for the first time last year. So, but I was a Barcelona fan before that. I was only a Barca fan though because of like Ronaldinho and Messi. They made me fall in love with football, right? That's why I'm a Barcelona fan. Obviously, I love Xavi and Iniesta as well. But as far as Premier League, I want to be able to go to a city, sit down, go to a couple pubs, really enjoy the atmosphere on game day. I want to be able to go to a game and see what the games are like, see what the atmosphere is like, and I want to fall in love with the city and the squad more than I can watching TV from Long Beach, you know? Because right now, like I'll watch a Chelsea game and it's fun and everything, but I'm not there. So I want to be able to experience what that's like. I want to fall in love with the city over everything. You know what I mean? But I definitely have some people recruiting me to their Premier League squads right now. Alex trying to make me a Chelsea fan. I got Wilbur. I don't know if Wilbur's watching this right now. He's trying to make me a Chelsea fan. I got Eric Castillo that's trying to make me a United fan. So I got some people really trying to swing my vote right now. Let's see. Mate, get watching Yellowstone. I just started already on season 3. I heard Yellowstone's really good. No likable characters in it. So is it just really good script writing? That's even better. I can't wait. I'm probably gonna watch it though. Here in the future. I just have to finish The Wire first. Also, Don, I need a prem team. I'm ready to commit. My whole life, I've just been in love with like players. Like I've been loving Aguero for a long time. So I've been following players more than I have been. Like I love Drogba. So I've been following players more than I follow like actual squads. But it's time for me to settle down. It's time for me to really make a commitment. You know, I'm 29 years old now. I'm ready to make that lifelong commitment. My favorite food? Ooh. My favorite food, I really like curry a lot. I love curry. I can eat curry any day of the week for any meal. I don't know if that's my favorite food, but off the top of my head, I love curry. I love mac and cheese. I know mac and cheese is basic, and that's what 8-year-olds like. I just squeaked. But I also feel like I'm a little childlike in my personality, you know. I like to, but I just love mac and cheese, man. What else do I like? What's that like where they do like the breaded chicken and there's broccoli inside of it? I like that a lot, man. That's good. But curry, I love curry. And as far as curry goes, Indian curry is number 1, and Thai curry is a close second. Pulisic is American, yeah. It makes me lean towards Chelsea a lot. I don't know if I can support United, man. I don't know. Right now, it's just I want to go to the city because right now as far as United goes, I just see a toxic atmosphere for United. It's just more of like because it's more of like what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's not so much their players or their people. It's just their head office, right? I can support. I don't know. I can see myself rocking the Red Devils jersey though. Thai food, yeah, Thai food goes hard, man. If we're talking about different cultures, food. Growing up in Southern California, obviously, I have a huge soft spot in my heart for Mexican food. Big fan of like tacos are up there with one of my favorite foods of all time. Tacos, man, tacos go hard. I like tamales. Tamales are underrated. We used to have a guy that would come by our street and just sell he would sell tamales every day. So I'd come home and just from work or surfing, and I would just buy a ton of tamales. But tacos, man, you know the best thing about tacos is every woman around in Southern California loves tacos. And so if you're meeting a girl at like a bar or somewhere, like you don't even have to say anything. You're just like, hey, do you want to grab some tacos? And it's like an automatic yes, you know? But then they just buy the tacos and walk away, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, tacos go hard, man. Mexican food is great. Italian food is great. I love gnocchi. Thai food goes hard. What else is good? England food was really bland. When I was there, English food was bland. Now everyone tuning into my stream now is probably watching as we're talking about food and top 5 TV shows on my FPL stream. Welcome. That's kind of how my FPL life goes. Yeah, curry is nice, man. You get that curry where it's like borderline way too hot to where your eyes start watering and it just curry goes hard, man. I just don't know who's better, Indian curry or Thai curry. I don't know who claims the best. Where we at? Guy Who Made Hell or High Water, which is a really good movie. Oh, dang. Anticario? Oh, I guess that's why it's great, man. Squeaked again. Yeah, like I wanted someone to root for, but ended up hating every side of it and rooting against main characters. Oh, that's what I love, man. Let's see. Come to the 6-time Champions League winners and current Premier League champs, Liverpool. I love watching Liverpool matches. I mean, it seems like Anfield goes crazy during matches. I hear Liverpool almost shuts down for every game they have. I'm super interested. When I go back to England, I'll be going back to England after grad school. So in a couple of years here, probably like 3 years. And when I go back, I really want to go to the top matches in my list right now are Chelsea. I want to go to Chelsea, Arsenal match. I want maybe Tottenham just because I love their new stadium looks dope. But I really want to go up north and see what United and Liverpool fans have to offer. I really want to see those games because I hear they're just mental, man. Let's see. But also, you guys beat me. You know, I'm a Barcelona fan, and Origi corner taken quickly is probably will haunt my dreams for the rest of my life. Corner taken quickly is just, ugh. You know the worst part was I was watching that game at a bar, and you can't hear the audio, right? And so I was watching that match, and I didn't get to hear actually him say corner taken quickly. It wasn't until like 5 days later when I finally had the guts to open up my phone that I found out what happened, and just, dude, that was. I don't know if I can go for Liverpool after what they did to my beloved Barcelona, man. But also they're incredible, and I love them. So have to go see you Sunday. Thanks for tuning in, Brian. Hope to see you Sunday, man. Thanks for everyone for showing up and being so active on this chat. London, best city. LOL. Manchester looks nice place. Only been once. I love London, man. London has my heart. Specifically Brixton. I love Brixton, man. There's big fan of Brixton. Also, we didn't talk about Jamaican food. Jamaican food goes hard. Let's see. Jerk chicken is phenomenal. Get some oxtail with that. Oh, jerk chicken goes hard. Jollof rice. I can eat jollof rice again any day of the week, man. Like I'm not the biggest fan of like fufu or anything, but jollof rice, that goes hard. Shout out anyone watching from Ghana and Nigeria. Mad love for you guys. Let's see. Liverpool will get stabbed. You know what's funny is I was actually there was actually a time where I was in Brixton going to my buddy's house, and I usually go one route, but I decided to go a different route one day, and we went and kicked it at his house, and then we came out and was there a shooting? I don't know if it was a shooting because guns aren't allowed in England. Anyway, we came out like a few hours later, and like crime scene was there, yellow tape was out, and it was like anyway, isn't like Edinburgh like the stab capital of the UK, if I'm not mistaken? Anyway, I would comment an American player that has played for United, but I don't think we've had one. You had Tim Howard. Tim Howard played for United. Obviously he's a keeper, but Tim Howard played for United. Dempsey played for both Fulham and Tottenham. Pulisic played for Chelsea, obviously. Brian McBride, where did he play for? I forgot where he played for. You got a backup keeper playing for City right now, but let's see. Let's wrap this up here in a little bit. Losing a lot of. Okay. I would like to go to America. So many amazing countries. Have you been to other states? Yellowstone makes Montana look amazing. So, as far as America is beautiful, man. The best thing about America is you can go, like California, you can have a ton of beaches and enjoy that life. Or you can go to LA and have a ton of nightlife and enjoy great food anywhere you go in LA and incredible diversity. Or you can go to Idaho and Montana where there's nothing around. I actually went to Yellowstone 2-3 years ago. I've been there a few times because my dad grew up in Idaho. And so I went back to Yellowstone, and dude, Yellowstone is phenomenal. Like you go on like this giant loop, and you have like these incredible geysers and like their pools but like the pools are so hot that if like people die in them every year because if you touch them, like your finger will just disintegrate because they're just incredibly hot. So you don't go anywhere near them, but they look beautiful. If you go to Yellowstone, like bison are so used to people being there. I have a picture with me and for where me to the camera or the flag is right now is where bison was Probably going to go off by the time I say that camera. But there was a bite. Like, you can get so close to a bison. Obviously, you don't want to because they're dangerous. But sometimes I'm kind of stupid sometimes. But you can get like that close to a bison. You get that close to a deer. I got within like 50 yards of a black bear and a couple cubs. We had to stop as we were driving because a grizzly bear was out, and I got to drive like right next to a grizzly bear. Again, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but yeah, dude, Yellowstone. If you're gonna go to America, I would say Yellowstone is a must. My friends in Idaho though do say that Yellowstone is kind of like a tourist place to go because Idaho in general has some phenomenal places to go to. Obviously, you get Vegas, and I'm talking about some sites, but yeah. If you go to America, man, Montana is a beautiful place. Just a lot of nothing around it. You ain't ready for the Red Army. I'm excited. I want to go to a game, man. Again, when I go back to England or the UK in 3 years, I really want to have an FPL meetup and really just have everyone get together in a pub and just watch some FPL, man. Drinks on me. I would have supported Barca, but what they did to United in 2018 was humiliation. I was at that game. That's the game I went to. I went to the game at Camp Nou. And Rashford had a shot in like the first 10 minutes or so, and I was like, oh my gosh, Rashford's going to destroy us right now. And then Messi megged Fred and then froze De Gea on that shot. But yeah, that's the only European game I've ever been to was Barcelona versus United. Sorry about that. When did I start watching Barcelona? It's hard because in America, you don't get, like, growing up, you didn't have an opportunity to watch too much soccer. One, because it's not that popular here, and so they're going to choose to play other sports. And two, or add to that, you have contract TV rights, right? So you have to have the right cable channel to watch Barcelona right now. The mainstream one that everyone has doesn't have Barcelona games every weekend. It barely has Premier League matches, has no La Liga, no French League, no Bundesliga, none of that. And add to the fact that, like, for the Tottenham game this week, I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And so the only games I could watch were Champions League. And right now, in order for me to watch Champions League, I have to watch Telemundo. It's a Spanish channel. And I speak limited Spanish, so I can understand some words here and there. But, yeah, so it's hard to watch any soccer growing up, period, outside of the World Cup. And so until, like, high school was about the only chance I had to start watching Barcelona matches. That's about it. So, like, about 14, 15 years old, Messi, Iniesta, Xavi. I watched Dino when I could, but YouTube wasn't big when I was young. It was out when I was in high school. And so it was just so hard to watch any soccer, man. Any football, excuse me. Like, even now. Like, I was playing football in college, and I tried to get a bunch of buddies to watch El Clasico, and in California, in the United States, the drinking age is 21, and so you can't go to a bar unless you're 21. And there were, obviously, because we played in college, there's some players that were less than 21, and so we tried to find a house that we're watching El Clasico. You're thinking the biggest football match outside of in like league play in the world, and I couldn't watch it on American television. That's kind of how it's like. So it's tough. Glasgow was the worst in Europe, but not anymore. Okay. There's guns in UK, usually one gun used in multiple shootings and passed around. That's rough, man. I just life's so short, man. If you ever come to Australia, come to Brisbane, or like I say, to Vegas. Is it really like that in Australia? Margot just keeps hitting me up and really wanting me to go to Australia, but, you know, it's just, we just need to go our separate ways, man. It's time for me and Margot. My camera's acting up. I really want to go to Australia, though. I really want to go surf over there. I know they have sharks and whatnot, but I really want to go to Aussie. I know someone who was shot with a shotgun. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. That sucks, man. That's tough. Yeah. I don't want to end it on some sad news. Should I bring the vibes back a little bit? I'll bring the vibes back a little bit, and then I'll end it. I got to go here to work here in 5 minutes, so what are some bright news? Some bright news. What's something good that happened recently? Anyone got some good stuff? Good stuff to talk about before I wrap it up? I feel like I should have wrapped it up a while ago, but I'm still talking. Yeah, man. Anyway, life's beautiful. Let's enjoy it more. Thanks everyone for showing up, for commenting on the stream. Oh, you didn't know the person. Oh, whew. Okay. I was gonna say, man, that's not fun. Not fun. So that'll wrap up the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. I will be, on a side note, I will be hopefully featured in a collab in somebody else's video. Hopefully I'll get the word out if I can on who or when that's going to happen. Anyway, thanks everyone for showing up, for being so active, man. I love doing these streams. We'll be streaming again on Sunday after the Tottenham. No, it's not the Tottenham match. That's 4 a.m. I will be live streaming again at after the Arsenal Villa match. I don't know exactly what time that will be, but that'll be the next stream after that match. I'll try to do it like a little bit after that ended because like all the other big streamers are doing it at that time, so I might just go a little bit later so I don't like have to fight with Let's Talk FPL for people or anything. You know what I mean? But hola Lego Messi Calvo. Lego, is that either means keys or why am I struggling with my Spanish? I need to really go back to Spanish, learning Spanish again. Messi mi amor. Messi es el deal way. I should say way. Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry. That's a Mexican phrase. On a side note, I get in trouble too because way in if you're talking to someone you know, it means it's a good thing. It means like brother, but if you don't know them, it's a bad thing. Anyway, thanks everyone for showing up. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream. If you did, and hopefully everyone is blessed with a big green arrow this weekend. And hopefully there's a lot to talk about on Sunday. Anyway, thanks everyone for showing up. Good luck everyone, Alex, especially you triple captaining this weekend. And see you guys Sunday.